You ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight? I always ask that of all my prey. I just like the sound of it.
How about it, you creep, you lunatic?
What is the deal, Raider Nation? On this early AM, felt like getting on and talking about shit. Talking about shit of today's game, how we played like shit in the second half. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it, man. Thank for those who are pulling up as we speak. Pull on up, man. We're gonna continue this talk like we were doing on Dirty Raiders channel. Tops to you, my guy, man. Hey, what's up with it, Richard C? Thank you for pulling up. We're gonna talk this shit, man. We're really gonna talk this shit. I also want to go over the post-game presser that Carr and them had. I want to see. I haven't heard it yet, so it'll be my first time listening to it with you guys as well. But I want to see what what he had to say. Yeah, man, it's one of those games that we shouldn't have lost. I mean, we shouldn't have lost that game, period. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. We're going to discuss what went wrong, what we can do to get better, because this is unacceptable. It's unacceptable. I almost went to the game today. You know what I mean? I almost went. But you know what I mean? I was out last night. I went to the blackout party. Dope. The atmosphere was dope. I thought it was a precursor to getting a victory the following day because it felt like everything was aligned. Like we went through our bad little game, week 1, collect our bearings, go into week 2, playing the Arizona Cardinals, came out the gate. We controlled the clock. The run game was spectacular. Carr was using he didn't just focus on Devontae, but you know what? I think this is the flip side of the coin from week 1. And I'm going to get into that in a minute. Shout out to everybody that's out there, man. If you are watching, thank you. I'm gonna try to get some other people up on here as well, man, because we need to talk about some more shit. Where's my fuck it, we'll rock with this. But let me go ahead and get some invites out here, man, because we need to talk some shit and I need some people to talk with. Bam. Let's go this route. Yeah, man, it's a hard loss. Hey, hard loss. We shouldn't have lost that shit, man. Ain't no way in the fucking world we should have lost this game today. Yesterday, today, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't make no sense. I'm kind of peed off. But like I said, let me go ahead and get these invites out. We're going to go ahead and we're going to listen to the presser. I want to see exactly what Carr and them said. And does it have anything to mirror what we think as Raider Nation? The ones buying tickets to the game, buying the jerseys, buying the hats. You know what I mean? Getting the tattoos. Wishing we can sleep with a cheerleader. Come on now. We deserve all that. Little humor in there, but I mean, come on now. You got to take it with a grain of salt. Who else? Let me see. Let me see. Let me see if he up and he wanna rock with a motherfucker tonight, man. Let's see if we get some people up on here, man. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. All right. I'll throw some shit out there. Let's see if we get some people so we can discuss this shit. Shout out to everybody that's out there, man. Thank you guys for pulling up. I'm just wasting some time right now just to get more people, get more eyeballs on this because we're gonna talk some more shit. Shout out to Richard C, as I said, Navy Vet 44. Salute to you. Who else we got out there, man? We ain't got really too many up on here, but we're gonna get into it. I just sent out some invites, so see if we can continue the discussion. Let me get this motherfucking this chat box out my motherfucking face. Motherfucking sit there, I'm like, yeah, I like to say what's up. Where'd Lunatic go? Here I am. I'm gone. Here I am. Let me move this shit, man. This motherfucker big as fuck. But I want y'all to be able to see the chats when y'all post your chats and shit, man. So you know what I'll do? I'll rock it with that, and then I'll just move my big ass head over a little bit. You know what I mean? So we get everything out here, and get it all right and shit. Hey, look, yeah, we good now because I'm over here now. But yeah, man, we need to I want to get into this motherfucking interview, but I want to let people go ahead and pull up that I sent links to and see if they'll pull up. We just talk for about an hour. It's only 12:21. Shit, I stayed up later last night. I'm sending out the back signal. The back signal is out there. Come on, pull on up. Ready Twan, Big Earn, SC. If y'all still up, I know y'all ain't ready to go to bed yet, man. I know y'all nocturnal like me. Let me see who else is like the bad signal has been sent. Oh. All right. But yeah, I guess we're gonna have to start with the 3 people that are watching. It was a spur of the moment. That's why I be telling people, hey, hit the notification bell. But sometimes I just do a live and you know what I mean? Hey, it is what it is. But we're gonna get into it. Hold on. Let me pull this up. Because I want to hear exactly what Mr. Derek Carr had to say about this loss today. Hopefully he says some shit that concurs with what we think and what we believe, and you know what I mean. So let's get this motherfucking shit cracking, man. You know what I mean? What's the deal? Oh, this shit is buffering out. You fucking serious? Oh, we play though. All right. So without further ado, man, we just gonna rock with what we got. You know what I mean? Let me turn this music down, and we're gonna listen to this interview that Mr. Derek Carr had post game. I want to know what they see. I want to see the game and everything that went wrong and went right through their eyes as far as how they perceived it. I know the main people, the coach, the quarterback is going to take the blame, and that's what they're supposed to do. But at the same time, it's a team thing. The team takes the blame. So let me shut the fuck up. We're gonna play this shit and see what they say.
Your coach just came in and talked about the team needing to learn to win. It wasn't on you; it's things around you. That I know that doesn't make you feel better, but can you go into a tale of 2 halves, dominant in the first, not in the second, please?
All right, let me pause it. Got my boy Raider Twan in the house.
Hey, what's
Okay.
good? What's good?
Did you get to watch the presser after the game with Derek Carr? No.
The question is, did I feel like wanting to listen to a presser after what horrible?
Okay. Well, I'm about to play this shit.
Hey, I think I'm mentally ready now.
Okay. I'm gonna play this shit because I ain't heard it either. I seen it, they got it on there, but I want to hear and see through their eyes what they thought went wrong, and hopefully it mimics what we think. Then that way they can fix what went wrong. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
that's what I'm here to do. I'm gonna play this shit, and then we're gonna go after it after we listen to him spit his shit.
Salute to everybody in the chat.
Yes,
Bless
indeed.
you all, for real.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so let me start this from the beginning. Let's hear, because I know some of this shit got to make sense. It has to.
Your coach just came in and talked about the team needing to learn to win. It wasn't on you; it's things around you. That I know that doesn't make you feel better, but can you go into a tale of 2 halves, dominant in the first, not in the second, please?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, and I agree with Coach. We have to learn how to win, and it starts with me, and it always will. And you know, I think for the execution that we had in the first half, we did not execute each play with the detail I think that we should have, the way that we did in the first half. Just one thing here, one thing there, and it looks like a bad play, and we're this close to having another good half. There was a couple of times, looking for someone downfield or this or that, and one thing messes up, and that's a bad play. you know. And so it goes back to what coach says: do our job, and no matter what the score is, if you just do your job at the end, it'll take care of itself. I'm sure when we watch the film, it'll be like, over and over again. That'll be a theme.
Derek, offensively in particular, you all drove into their territory. Your first 4 drives obviously jumped out to the 20-0 lead. What changed for you all offensively in the second half?
I think it goes exactly back. Not to repeat myself, not in a bad way, but like I really think if we go back when we go back and watch it tomorrow, we're going to see this play or that play, and this play and that play. It's just one thing, one detail that we talk about over and over again. And if we would just do right, all the time. That's easier said than done. It takes years, it takes time, it takes all that kind of stuff to do it. But that's the demand. That's what it is. And so we're gonna watch it, and it's gonna be hard for some guys. It's gonna be hard for everybody. Last week was hard for me to watch. And but the more that we can take it, again, me, I'm optimistic. This crap ain't over. We feel crappy right now, but we are still a good football team, and so making sure we keep that mindset. Not, oh no, it's over. I mean, I've been doing this a while, man, and I know we got good guys that work hard and care, so I know that we can pull ourselves out of it. But it's going to take us doing it the right way.
Right in front of LT News TG Sports, from a quarterback perspective, when drives are on the line, is it much easier for the running game to get going or the passing game, or is it based upon what the defense allow you to do?
Yeah, sometimes they can load a box. It's hard to run those plays. That's going to take 9 guys on the same page, right? Same thing in the pass game. If they want to, empty it out, make a light box. You hope to be able to run those and run them efficiently and all that kind of stuff. And Josh has such a great feel for the game, and I really enjoy his communication with me during the game because he sees that and he sees all those things, and he's got a beautiful mind, man. He's super smart, and it's fun to play for him because he has a good feel for all that stuff. Yeah.
Derek, when the team took the field in overtime, I believe you guys had been off the field for close to 30 minutes. Two-part question. How did you feel when you took the field in overtime, and do you feel like that long, lengthy time on the sideline had anything to do with the offense kind of being stagnant in that last drive?
I'm not sure. I definitely started to get cold, so I got up and I just kept warming up. There was a couple of times, I had to get up and warm up, throw, and just to make sure you're ready. Even when they're reviewing the 2-point, and you can't sit there and hope that it's incomplete. You got to get ready to play, and then if it's incomplete, it's incomplete, And so I just try to keep that mindset. This is stuff I've learned over the years, just personally, just always staying ready for. You don't want to ever think like what's worse, but you have to be ready for the game, And so I don't know. I thought we went down. We hit a nice run. We hit Hunter. We were moving it down there, getting into Daniel's range, and I thought we had a chance, man. And it's just hard the way that it went at the end.
Why are you not investing in
Man, this motherfucker gonna play a commercial. But yeah, the shit that he's saying, that's exactly. You know what I mean? He's doing it politely, but there is detail. There's a lot of shit that in a play, if one thing goes wrong, the whole play goes to hell. You know what I mean? Whether it's a drop pass, a fumble, an offensive lineman not blocking, quarterback not seeing, you know what I mean? There's a lot of shit. Only one, and that's the thing about football. Football is one of them, you must pay attention to detail. Every player has that responsibility because all it takes, when you got 11 motherfuckers that got to work, you know what I mean, together to make one play work, if one of them motherfuckers don't do their job, that play is done. And I understand what he's saying with that. And I know he's taking the responsibility as the quarterback for the blame and shit, which that's just what the nature of the business is. You got to do that. But he's speaking on some shit that, you know what I mean? I understand where he's coming from.
Yeah.
So what's your opinion so far before we get it back into more?
Yeah. You hitting some points there. I just the quarterback position you have, especially with DC, he always, when things go wrong, he's the first one to throw his name out there.
Yep.
And to be honest with you, I just my opinion, I can't speak for everybody, but I don't put this game on DC. You know what I'm saying? I think that a lot of the things that went wrong is on the players that are around him. And we have to, and we had this conversation before about having, they had issues today, and we've had it, well, not issues just today, but in general,
Yeah.
they haven't been lining up.
No.
You know what I'm saying? There's, the tight end is blocking the wide receiver and whatever, right? Is DC supposed to be looking to his, you know what I'm saying? And then trying to get the line together, and you know what I'm saying? Especially like today, because with today, you know what I'm saying, we had a rookie snapper in there. So that means that he was pretty much, DC had pretty much had the weight of make sure the protection up front was right. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Communicate there. But then he's also supposed to look and make sure the tight end is lined up and the wide receivers doing their job.
Covering the tight end. Yes.
It shouldn't fall to him. You know what I'm saying? There has to be a personal discipline. Whoever, if I'm out there and I'm classified as a wide receiver, I'm supposed to go out there and I'm supposed to do my wide receiver job, whatever I'm called to do.
Yep.
Nobody else should be trying to make sure that I'm doing what I'm doing. And that's the part that, we need to start working on, even as fans, like, because I know a lot of times we'll throw one player under the bus, and it's like, no, there's other factors to this.
It's the team. Yep.
And it's a team thing. It's a, we can't, and I know I'm taking long, but I'll finish.
No, we good.
We can't hold DC accountable for people not catching the ball or fumbling the ball and all that. That's not his fault. You know what I'm saying? And in this offense, it seems like, and this is just me, because again, I'm not a complete insider. You know what I'm saying? What it looks like to me is the play comes in, and then that's what is supposed to execute. There's no real much movement around that. So what is he supposed to do besides execute whatever the call, the person is telling him to make the call? You know what I'm saying? Yes, he goes through his progressions and finds who's open, but outside of that, you know what I'm saying, there's other people that need to be held accountable, especially for today in this loss.
Yeah, I agree. Like I always said, that it's not fair to put the blame all on one individual on a 53-man roster. You're 53 motherfuckers that got to do their job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Carr has his job. Now, there's been instances where Carr has made mistakes. He admits to it what he needs to do to get better, which he did none of that today that he did in week 1. There was no interceptions. You know what I mean? It was a lot of shit that he corrected. That's all you want him to do. But the thing is, since you got so many players that all intertwine in what you got to have work together in sync for one play to work out the way you planned it, everybody has to be on the same page. And you figure out of 11 men, 10 of them is not Carr's responsibility. Carr is only responsible for him. You know what I mean? So there's 10 other jobs on the offense that must do what they have to do to make this work. And that's including catching the ball, securing the ball, false starts eliminated, holding eliminated, doing penalties. Like I said, I never was a fan. Well, it's okay to have a rookie starting on O-line if you figure it was one of those teams that only won 2-3 games, had a top pick, grabbed the best left tackle in the draft, start him. You're on a team that ain't shit anyway right now, so start him. Let him get his burn. But on a team, that's why I said we have a unique situation where this team was a playoff team, and I didn't want a rookie on the line because it would have took some steps back, because he's going to have to make his mistakes to learn. That's just the process. Everybody know any job you have, if you're brand new and never done it before and they teaching you, you are going to make mistakes. You're going to make more mistakes than the veterans that's already there working. That's the progression. You got to fuck up to learn. You got to learn what not to do. You know what I mean? That's why you don't get pat on the back for shit you supposed to do. You don't see somebody say, "Oh, you wiped your ass after you shit it today. Hey, congratulations. You supposed to." You know what I mean? You don't. That's not what I need a pat on the back for. Pat me on the back for the shit that I corrected that was wrong. So with that being said, like you said, he's not responsible. Carr's not responsible for the center, the tackles, the guards, the wide receivers, the running back. They're responsible for their job. You have one job. You know what I mean? Football is one of the most direct ass sports you can think of because every other sport you must play offense and defense. You got to play both. But football, you're detailed to just one job. One job. It ain't like Carr plays corner. When the offense go off the field, then he got to play corner or play defensive tackle or defensive end. He's only responsible for being the quarterback. So he should be able to have attention to detail to his position, not attention to detail to the center and all that. So like I said, that aspect, everything must work together. I don't want to carry on because we still got more of the interview to listen to. But yeah.
Let's get back in it.
Yeah. Let's go. Oh, did I mute it? Yeah, I did.
You only have so many times.
All right, let me get back a little
And
bit.
then if it's incomplete, it's incomplete, And so I just try to keep that mindset. This is stuff I've learned over the years, just personally. Just always staying ready for. You don't want to ever think like what's worse, but you have to be ready for the game, And so I don't know. I thought we went down. We hit a couple nice run. We hit Hunter. We were moving it down there, getting into Daniel's range, and I thought we had a chance, man. And it's just hard the way that it went at the end.
Derek, something that Coach McDaniels mentioned was having to learn and also win at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
What goes into improving during the season? You only have so much time in between games, and it's kind of all condensed.
Yeah, I mean, just as a pro, we're going to get corrected. Everyone tomorrow in the NFL is going to get corrected, no matter how good or bad it went for somebody, right? And what I've learned is you have to take it, and like I say, you don't just write it down like, okay, got it, yes sir. Like you have to take exactly what they're saying and do it in practice, And if you can do that over time, you get better, From where I was my rookie year to where I'm at now, I've trusted that process, and I feel like a better player now than I was then. I can understand more accurate, this, that, whatever it is, But I think that goes for any player, any position. You have to be able to take it, and it's not personal. You can't take it personal. Like coach is just trying to help the team, help us, get better. And if you can take that and do it in practice, I think that's where the improvement comes. So do I think we can improve? Absolutely, I think we can. In fact, I know we can, but we have to do that when it comes to practice on Wednesday. Good. Thanks.
2 games. But
all right, this is Josh McDaniels now.
So we have a lot of things we're going to be able to learn from. We got to start learning and winning at the same time. That's important for us. But we'll be able to learn something from this as well. No question about it. But I thought overall we just didn't produce on early downs the way we did in the first half. We skipped a lot of third down situations in the first half. On the scoring drives, and we had a few third down and longs that we converted in the first half. But then in the second half, when you try to live like that, converting 3rd and 12, 3rd and 13, 3rd and 14, 3rd and 11, it's tough to do that on a consistent basis. So, we'll have to look at what we didn't do as well, in the second half specifically. But at the end of the day, we didn't produce much on early downs, and we found ourselves trying to convert a lot of 3rd and longs.
Going into the locker room, you guys were in control at halftime. Was it their adjustments that maybe caused the problem in the second half? What do you think it was? Or is it just going to be a film?
They did a few things differently in the second half. I'd say most teams would do that, if they're trailing at halftime like that. They did a few things differently in the second half. I think at the end of the day, I think you have to learn how to handle, success, like we had in the first half, and or failure if that's you on the other end of the spectrum, if you're behind. So, we certainly, and that starts with me. So I got to do a better job of getting our team able to handle, a lead just as much as we were able to try to fight back last week from a deficit, So we're learning, and we got to learn quick, and we got to start, like I said, producing some victories here along the way.
Josh, it looked like after the review at the end of the game, the Cardinals player might have dropped the ball for the end zone or not. What was kind of the explanation from the refs on that play?
I didn't get an explanation on that. I just, they made the calls, so I have no complaints about anything that happened. They made a good play, and obviously they scooped it and scored. So, I'm never going to complain about what they say.
Coach, LT was TG Sports. I know a lot of times the old used to be, establish the run, get the pass, and vice versa. But because you have,
all right, they go into an ad. So from what I'm taking right there, he's saying the shit that yes, he's trying to be correct with it, but yeah, there's some things that they did in the second half that they didn't do. I mean, there's things that they did in the first half that they didn't do in the second half, as far as getting behind the 8 ball, shall we say, with empty first, second down possessions with plays that don't produce any yards. Then when it comes to third down, you're third and long like a motherfucker. You know what I mean? And you got to avoid that, because you're not going to convert third and long more times than you don't. You know what I mean? That's a hard, because defense is going to play that. Oh, we'll give you this amount of yards, but we're not going to give you the first down type shit. And you got to come up with basically a big play to keep the fucking chains going. And you can't do that. You can't do that.
Yeah, so, there is, he said, oh yeah, the other team made adjustments. But the thing that he missed was, what did he do?
Play calling, yep.
What did you do what did you try to do in the adjustments?
Man.
And that's, again, that's him being PC.
Mm-hmm.
And not showing what he did, but showing, oh yeah, they did this. Oh, so that just even makes me more mad, because that means you were aware that they changed something and you didn't do anything about it.
Yeah, but at the same time, like you said, he's being PC. So maybe this is just what he's telling us, but behind the scenes, he's saying the shit that we saying right.
Yeah, I think he paused out. Think his internet is tweaking.
Yeah, internet be tripping for real. It'd be like
getting. What was you saying? Because
I was saying the shit that he's saying in the presser is the shit that he wants the media and them to hear. Mm. That doesn't necessarily mean that's what he agreed with 100%. He's just saying the good shit, but behind closed doors, he probably knows. He probably, I mean, come on now, you got to be an idiot to not know what you done did that could have been better. You can't exclude yourself as saying, well, what the players need to do to improve. Well, what do you need to do and improve? You know what I mean? That's part of it too. So, I mean, I know how the game go. He just answering the questions without throwing anybody under the bus, and then at the same time, just keep it all even keel and don't admit, because if he admits to like, yeah, I fucked up, now the story is gonna get out. Well, why do we have him as coach then? If he's the kind of guy to go out there and keep fucking up and keep doing this, why is he the coach? So he's just playing to the media, but behind closed doors, because I know coaches. When I played, the coaches, yeah, to anybody else, oh, that's nice head coach, keep it formal. Behind closed doors, motherfucker, what the fuck was you doing out? You know what I mean? It's a whole different coach. So I'm knowing how the game go. You got there's the coach for presentation, and then there's a coach that's really that coach. Like, man, y'all fucking up out there. But he won't talk like that in front of the other people, or you know what I mean? I know how it go. I hope that's how it's going. I hope he's speaking up and telling the truth. Let me go ahead and finish this out. It ain't too much longer in this interview. I just want to hear what the hell else he has to say.
Is it kind of hard, like figure out, okay, is the running game going the way you kind of like it and everything, or are you more concerned about the passing game getting more efficient?
I think at this point in the season, we're just trying to improve everything. Honestly, I thought we did a decent job in the first half. Josh really ran hard. I thought he did a good job of creating some opportunities for himself when things were kind of muddled there in the middle. But they're a good defense, and they're fast and physical, and they deserve some credit for that too. But look. At the end of the day, we have to be produce no matter what the defense is doing, whether we're running it or throwing it. So they chose to take Devontae away a little bit more certainly than last week than the Chargers did, and that forced the ball to some other people. You saw Mac have some success, and Hunter and Darren. So the defense, like I said before, they get a vote, and whatever they choose to do, we got to be able to produce against it.
I said last week. Had a real proficient first half, was making some.
What you were saying?
I said that because I've been around my family members a whole bunch, you know what I'm saying? And when we lose, you know what I'm saying? Why didn't so-and-so get the ball? Why didn't so-and-so get the ball? And, especially with DA, I couldn't, when you're looking, and I'll try to educate here too. While you're looking at the broadcast version of the game, you're not able to see, the entire field. So you don't know necessarily what is going on, in other areas outside of wherever the ball was delivered. And people were wondering why DA wasn't getting the touches that he was getting like he got in the first week. And defenses, they have a game plan to say, most teams in the NFL have enough personnel to say we're going to be able to try to shut down one of your guys, and then allow for the other guys to either play or whatever the situation may be. And that could be the suckiest team. They have enough personnel to at least stop one of your guys.
Yeah.
And that's what they did. Well, that's what McDaniels is saying. And I'm going to go back and when the 22 is released, then I'll check it. But he's saying that the defense was shutting down, bracketing or whatever on DA, and that's what freed up the Renfros and the
Mac Hollins
to get in their action. So that's why DA wasn't getting his touches, and that's what I was explaining to people. DA may not necessarily get all of his touches because any given Sunday, whoever those weapons are, it could be a Renfro shutdown, it could be a Waller shutdown. You know what I'm saying? One of those guys have to play decoy. You know what I'm saying? We're so used to even when we had Ruggs, you know what I'm saying? Like Ruggs would, pull the defense, the defense back so Renfro could eat in the intermediate routes. So someone on the team has to be a decoy, and they chose DA to be the decoy. So that's why he wasn't getting the action that we're slowly getting used to, prior to, what we saw week one.
And see, with using DA as a decoy, it worked because look what Mac Hollins was doing.
Mm-hmm.
He was open.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Renfro was open too, but it was just the turnovers that hurt us. Waller was getting his catches. You know what I mean? So him being a decoy, it worked. But I don't know what they felt like they had to change in the second half if the shit, you know what I mean? Even though, what adjustments are they going to do on defense? What, stop doubling and triple teaming Adams in the second half? That's not what's going to happen. So you should have been able to keep the momentum going with what you were doing in the first half.
I'll say like Tom Hanks, not a damn thing.
Not a damn thing.
And that's the problem.
Tom Hanks, Raider fan from Oakland. You know what I mean?
That's SNL skit is hella funny, but not a dang thing. That is the problem. You know what I'm saying? If I'm running on you and I'm getting enough, you know what I'm saying, per clip, you don't change it until you beat me or until you stop it. And there was a lot of things, positive things, and that's the ray of hope. I'll explain to everybody, whoever will listen. There was some really good things that we saw in this game.
Yep.
But they didn't do it consistently.
Nope.
And that's the problem. From play call to players doing what they needed to do. It wasn't consistent enough. And that's why the freaking the Redbirds were able to run off 29 points on us.
The Redbirds, for real.
29-3.
Hey, shout out to Ozzy Raider, man. Hey, thank you for pulling up, man. It's a pleasure to have you here. What you say? We beat ourselves. What I have. Hey, you know what? Ozzy, you want to pull up? Let me shoot you the link, man. If you want to pull up, man, we can talk this shit. I'm gonna finish doing this interview that they had with Josh McDaniels, because it's almost over. But hey, feel free to pull up if you want to, man. I just posted the link in the chat. I would like to get your opinion and how you feel, how everything could have went, should have went, and what we need to do to get better. So, but let me continue on with this interview and get this out the way, and then we go ahead and do the discussion.
Converting third and long. In the second half, it looked like a completely different player. Any idea what changed with him and his rhythm? And
nothing with Derek. Derek played fine. You know, we got to do better around him in the second half. You know, to put the quarterback in a third and long situation and ask him to overcome it on his own, you know, certainly isn't a good formula for success. So I thought Derek played a good football game today. You know, we got to do more to help, you know, those situations in the second half than what we did in the first half.
Yeah.
So can we stop and say, if the coach said DC didn't do anything wrong, can we stop saying DC did something wrong?
He didn't do shit wrong today.
I'm just saying it for those that are out there that believe deep down in their heart that there was something that DC just sabotaged this game.
That's the motherfuckers that want the narrative to fit their opinion. You know what I mean? They don't like Carr, so they want it to show that why they don't like Carr. Rather than hope this guy does good and looking at the facts that he had a hell of a game. Let me get his stats, and then we can talk about it, because anybody else with these stats, but it's a collective that what happened went down the toilet. It ain't just what he didn't do nothing wrong. He didn't fumble. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So it wasn't even the way McDaniel said it in the way, the tone in which he said it, he was like, nah, he didn't do nothing. In the blood. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's other people over here that need to, you know, and if our coach is saying that DC ain't at fault, you know what I'm saying? He didn't have to say that. Nope. You know what I'm saying? So if he did say that, then let's kind of take him for what he said.
Listen to this shit. This is Carr stats from the game. He was 25 for 30 from 39. 252 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. His QBR 53.7, but he didn't have no turnovers. Our main concern and our main upset at Carr last week was the turnovers. That was it. You can't blame him for the sacks. He's not giving himself protection. But it's the turnovers. He had none. He had 2 touchdowns and no interceptions with 252 yards. Usually that can get you a win. Turnovers kill you. But the turnovers did not come from Carr today. That's what people got to understand. You don't have to like Carr. You don't have to choose a side. But it is what it is. If you're a Raider fan, you want your quarterback to do well. You don't want him to fail just so you can say, I told you so. And to me, that's why I said you want the narrative to fit your opinion. You want what happens to him to go ahead and reflect of why you don't like him and justify why you don't like him. You know what I mean? You can't say he's a horrible dude, man. He's not. Let me get out. Hey, we got a guest, you guys. From down under, man. My guy, man. Hey, Ozzy Raiders in the house, man.
Hey, thanks for having me on, man. Sorry, I just stopped the YouTube, brother.
It's all good, baby. It's all good.
It's good to be on your show.
Over the presser. Let me finish out the McDaniels Presser with what he felt was going on with the game and what they should do. He's making some good points. But I want to finish it out, and then we go ahead and we can discuss amongst ourselves what we feel like we need to do and whatnot.
Right.
All right, so let me continue this.
We played the game basically the way we wanted to, ahead on the down and distance, and we were more aggressive. We could be more aggressive because of the down and distance was in our favor, but we lost control of that a little bit in the second half for sure.
Josh, you talked a little bit about learning how to finish games. Obviously, the team showed that they're capable of performing in the first half. Do you think it's more of a mental thing when it comes to that part of the game?
No, I think our team, like I said, we've got a lot of veteran players that have won a lot of games, and it just, the reality of the National Football League is the game is never over until it's over. And, they have good coaches and good players, and they're going to continue to fight and play. And we did the same thing last week. We were behind, and we kind of tried to catch up. I thought that was a theme this week in the NFL. It seemed like there's a lot of people that were behind and then came back and won. So, you got to learn to play with a lead. You got to learn to play when you're behind, and it's not the same feeling on the sideline. But you can't relax and hope that we have enough. You know what I mean? And I didn't sense that we were like that at halftime, but we certainly didn't coach and play as well as we could have and should have in the second half to try to put it away.
Like you just said, you have a lot of veteran players that have won a lot of games, as well as a lot of players from last year's team that went through a lot to overcome what they did. Does it put you a little bit more at ease knowing you have a lot of guys on your team that know how to play under adversity and play better under adversity?
I love our team. I mean, I have a lot of confidence in them. I love their spirit, the way they work, how competitive they are, the way they practice. I have no doubts about the way our team will respond to this. They had a great week of practice and preparation. So this is, like I said, starts with me. I got to do a better job of helping us to finish these kind of things out if you get ahead. And that's what we're going to work hard to do as we go forward.
Yeah, and that's it. But he made good points. You know what I mean? He took the blame on some shit and what he needs to do to get better. And that's what we agree on as well. You need to go ahead and show your team, coach your team on how, when you get a lead, how to keep a lead and finish it out and win. You know what I mean? So what's y'all opinion? How y'all feeling? You know what I mean? Fuck, what a day.
I'll let you guys go first because I might take a minute.
No, go ahead. Start. Hey, you came in.
Yeah, because I haven't had a chance to come on air for a while because I just started a new job where I'm working like 15-hour night shifts and stuff, like overnight shifts. So,
okay.
Yeah, I haven't really done anything in the Chargers or the Cardinals yet. But I'll stick with the Cardinals for now since that's what we're talking about. But I'll just briefly touch up on the Chargers in the sense that, yes, last week I can put a lot of the blame on DC with the 3 picks and whatever, so that's fair.
Yes.
But then there's people this week who still want to put all the blame on DC, and that to me is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I mean, we scored 23 points in the first half of the game, that's good offense. Like, really, legitimately, if 2 good teams are playing, it's usually 20 to 24 points to either team. Another team might score like 17 or something like that. Like, that's a good game to me. Like, when you got equally good teams.
Yeah.
A good defense to me should be able to hold a team to 20 points. Like, that's a good defense. You should be able to hold the other team to 20 points. You should be able to win with a 23-point lead. Like, that's what happened today shouldn't happen. And the thing that, I don't know about you guys because I missed the beginning of the show, but a thing I noticed when I was watching other lives straight after the show is that a lot of people wanted to talk about DC this and DC that, but no one picked up on the fact that Roderick Teamer for the second week in a row cost us 7 points. No one wants to talk about the PI that put the Cardinals at the 1 yard line and got them the first touchdown. And that to me is what changed the whole momentum of that game.
Yeah.
The whole momentum switched when they got that PI interference on Roderick Teamer. And then their next touchdown was that long 20-yard touchdown run where Murray pretty much had like 30 seconds to decide what to do.
Yeah.
And how is that on DC? He doesn't play defense.
Nope, not at all.
So that's 14. So to me, the defense gave up 14 points today. That was completely on the defense. They gave up 14 points. Teamer gave up 7. And then whoever was supposed to be on Murray gave up 7 because no one was covering him. No one. There's no way. I don't care if you're Patrick Mahomes, Kyler Murray, or whatever, Lamar Jackson. There's no way you should be able to rush him for a touchdown from 20 yards out.
Nope. That
should not happen. There should be at least one guy that's spying on him. Even in man coverage, there should be one guy that's spying on him or something. Like, that to me is either the player didn't pick up their assignment or Patrick Graham didn't assign someone to take account for Murray. Like, you had good coverage on the back end, but you left the whole front end open. So, like, I think putting all the blame on DC this week is wrong because he had, 2 touchdowns and, no interceptions this week?
No interceptions, 252 yards.
Yeah, 252 yards. So that's a decent game.
That's a decent game, yes.
So you can't put the blame on him this week.
Nope.
And then there's people saying, "Oh, why wasn't Adams targeting more?" And then some of the same people that are saying that this week were saying he was targeting too much last week. It's like pick your.
What you want to go with exactly? You damned if you do, damned if you don't.
If you don't, yeah. And by having him as a decoy, like you were saying just earlier, it opened up Hollins and stuff like that.
It worked. It worked. Yes.
And another thing I kind of put the loss this week is coaching.
On
both sides of the ball.
Yep.
On the offensive side of the ball, why the fuck are you passing 3 times when you've already got the lead and you only need a fucking field goal to win the game? That makes literally no sense to me. I was like, what the effing fuck? Because all you have to do is literally run the ball 3 fucking times and kick the field goal. You got one of the best kickers in the whole fucking National Football League, and you're not going to give him a chance to kick the field goal and win? Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Already had a 55-yarder in the game.
Yeah, exactly.
With room to spare. You know what I mean?
So and all you had to do is get if we gain 5 yards on 3 runs, that would put us about the 50-yard line, right? So that would have been like a 50-yard field goal, which I promise you that 9 times out of 10, Carlson is going to kick that. And even if he doesn't kick that, you can use the running play to kind of wind down the clock a little bit. So at least if it does go back, then it's on the defense to stop. Get a stop again.
Yep. Yeah, man, it's one of them.
We should have won this game. There was no reason that ball should have even been in Renfro's hands. And that's another thing. Don't get me wrong, I love Hunter Renfrow. He's a great slot receiver. But how can you blame DC for him fumbling the fucking ball? At the end of the day, the man who fumbled the ball is the man who's responsible for fumbling the ball. That was a catchable ball. He fucking fumbled it. End of story. It happens, but you cannot put that on the quarterback. That's the receiver's fault.
And I agree with you. I feel like, the play, you know what I'm saying? The play wasn't DC's play. You know what I'm saying? That was the coach that called the play. Yeah. So DC's job is just to find whoever's open, right? So if Renfro's open, and again, we're not talking about a fourth string wide receiver. Exactly. We're talking about someone that we've been counting on for years since he's been on this team. You know what I'm saying? So we expect for him to be sure-handed. You know what I'm saying? So, when you deliver the ball to him, that's you expect for him to do what he needs to do. And unfortunately, he wasn't able to do his job. I'll say
that. Basically, he didn't do his job. DC did his job of getting him the ball, but he didn't do his of holding on to it after the catch.
Yeah. So those that are like, why did we pass it? Well, that's not on DC. You know what I'm saying? That's on the coaches calling it. Yeah. That coaches calling in that play, because again, my personal belief is DC doesn't have that much control like he used to with, prior, regimes. He doesn't have that where he can just flip the script and say, okay, we're going to run this play.
Yeah.
I don't think he has that much control yet. I may later down the line, if we keep this coaching staff, because again, I've heard throughout lives they want to fire McDaniels, but as long as we keep
way too early for that.
Yeah,
for real. Year one,
that's a whole nother issue. But if we continue with this coaching staff, I think eventually it'll get to the point where DC will be able to have that call, that freedom to get to whatever he feels comfortable based on what he's seeing, the defense doing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I rated 7.5 to 8. You can't put it all on DC every time, bro.
No,
you just can't. You got to hold the rest of the team just as accountable as him.
And I don't even blame the fact that it was a pass call. You know what I mean? Because if Renfrow never fumbled, we wouldn't be having this discussion. You know what I mean? And it would have worked out in our favor.
And the idea of that play, I think, was to get to about the 40-45-yard line and kick the field goal. I think that was the idea.
That's it. They moved the ball. You know what I mean? It
They,
wasn't a
I don't
bad
think
play.
they weren't going for the touchdown. They were just going to get
Yeah.
a bit closer to make it an easier kick for Carlson.
Because I think that Arizona was expecting us to run like we should have done, but
Yeah, and they were
we
trying
didn't.
to
And if you would have had the possession and wouldn't have never fumbled, we would not be having the discussion. We would have kicked the field goal.
He didn't
Game
underthrow
over.
it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I have to disagree with Raiders 7528. That wasn't an underthrown ball. He threw it right in his lap.
Who, to Renfro?
Yeah, that wasn't.
Yeah, he caught it. He caught it. He fumbled. So that means he had possession. In order for it to be a fumble, you must have possession and then lose possession.
Yeah, if it's underthrown, it wouldn't have counted as.
Yeah, it wouldn't have counted at all. It would have been a short throw and incomplete. We wouldn't have been sitting here like, damn, we lost the game if it was incomplete.
It would have been better if it was incomplete.
Man, for real.
Yeah.
For real. That's why I said I hate the fact that the way it's split down the middle, you got the pro cars, the anti cars, and it's like the anti wants things to happen, and it's weird.
You can't be in the middle. I'm in the like. Don't get me wrong. I like Kai and everything, but I'm in the middle. Like when he fucks up,
that's how I am.
Accountable.
I'm a Raider fan. If you're wearing a Raider jersey, I want you to succeed. I don't want you to fail just so I can have the right to say, I told you so. And that's what it seemed like. They don't like Carr, and they want him to fail just so they can be right about their opinion about Carr. That's dumb. Why would you want your team to fail just to prove you right with your opinion? Stupid. You don't have to like Carr. You don't have to buy his jersey. But when he's out there playing for our team, the team you supposedly root for, you want him to be successful. But it's like you want him to fail just to prove you right. That's selfish. You rather just let the whole team go down to shit just so you can be right about your opinion about one player on a 53-man roster. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And the only thing I'll say about the offensive side of the ball and in that second half is that, there was I counted like three outs in that second half.
Yeah.
And again, I put some of that on the O-line, some of that on Kai, and some of that on coaching, like the play calling.
And that's what they were saying too. We got behind the 8 ball in the second half. We're having 3rd and longs, and it's like, to be honest, like he said, you're not going to convert every 3rd and long. You're in a situation where you know what I mean. You'll get some of them on a good play call and good execution, but it's not going to happen all the time.
You can't.
Defenses love to have you in a 3rd and long. It works in their favor.
Yeah, definitely, because then they know you're going to pass it.
Man, exactly. You're not going to run on 3rd and 13. What the fuck?
And like I said, the fact that we get into that situation in the first place, you can put some of that on the O-line, especially in the run blocking today in the second half.
Yeah. What are you saying?
You're saying we'll never win a championship with Kai, but
wait a minute. You said Hunter fumbled because Carr underthrew. Are you serious?
But how does that work?
How that work?
Catch it to fumble. So.
If he underthrew it, that means there would never been a reception. Therefore, he could never fumble. Come on, bro. That's what I'm talking about. People want the narrative to fit their opinion. Stop that. Come on, that doesn't make sense. In order for it to be a fumble, you must have possession. So that means the throw was correct. The throw was good.
And not only possession, you have to establish a football move. So that means
it means you had to run with it first.
You have to catch it and then make some type of move in order to
fumble. You have to do a juke or at least take a couple of steps.
What am I watching?
Upfield.
Yeah. Because if you just catch it and then someone hits it, like say like it, I catch it and someone hits me, like right when I catch it, and it's an incomplete pass.
Yeah, exactly. And then also an underthrown ball might be like there was one underthrown ball maybe earlier to Waller, and you saw it because it hit his it hit his thighs or his kneecap or something and hit the ground.
Mm.
Look, we will never win a championship with Carr. Well, let's get the answer then. Who will we win a championship with? Stidham? Garbers? Oh, we can go out there and go and find somebody off the trash. Garoppolo? You know what I mean? Who? Give us an idea of who we should go get. Because anybody that's a starter right now in the league has a solidified job and they're not going anywhere. Now, maybe we might get lucky with Lamar Jackson if he decides he's done with Baltimore and things could work out that way. But Baltimore ain't won a championship with him either.
I agree with what Balboa Raider said. He fumbled because he was fighting for yards. Exactly. And which means you had possession of the ball.
Yes.
Which means you had the possession, which means you've caught the ball already.
It was a catch.
You
can't have a fumble without a catch.
And that if he knew he was going to get hit, he should have just caught the ball and slid or take it, just touch his knee on the ground, and then we kick the field goal.
Yeah. That was again, that goes to awareness in situation because
exactly.
I think it was first down when he caught that ball. You know what I'm saying?
He didn't need to run it.
He didn't have to run it. He could have just caught it because again, the way that he caught it, he was already his body was already slanted. So it was like, okay, just go down. You didn't have to
exactly. Just go down.
He's
done that before. So I don't know why he fought. Yeah, I agree. Because I've seen him do that before, where he'll know. He usually has better awareness. He usually will he will just go down intentionally because he knows he has a defender right next to him. Then he can get knocked out, and that's why it's very rare to see Hunter Renfrow fumble like that.
But on the other side, though, how many times have Renfrow fought for yards and got big plays from doing it?
Yeah, true.
Remember against Indianapolis?
Yeah, but it was certain situations where. And I remember, a lot of the Renfrow plays, a lot of the things that he fought and broke away from, it was because he was just breaking away from one person and he had a whole bunch of green grass in front of him. In this situation, there was defenders around him. There was at least two guys that were already around him. So I don't know why you're trying to, especially with him not even being a big frame guy. You know what I'm saying? You're a small dude. So what are you trying to do fighting off two guys? You know what I'm saying? I understand if you're trying to fight off one and then there's green grass, but in this situation, there was two guys. So why didn't you just go down?
And then the other thing is
down.
Most of the time in those situations, there was at least a yard of space between them so he could out-juke them or, outmaneuver them as well.
Yeah. Let me see something real quick.
So,
man.
My main point, though, is you can't always blame Carr for everything. You got to hold other players to the same standard.
Salute to you, Balboa. I haven't seen you in a minute. Blessings to you, man. I hope everything's all well with you, man.
And I also agree with his last comment. He should have held it in the other hand near the sideline so that when it was fumbled, it probably would have gone out the boundary.
That's what you're supposed to do. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to be between the defender and the ball at all times. That's why you switch balls, and you know what I mean. You'll be between the defender.
Yeah,
but he had it on the side where the defender was, and especially the one the one fumble from behind. That was a good play.
Arizona made a good defensive play. Yeah, you got to give credit to the other two.
He couldn't see that shit from behind him, and he knocked that ball out loose, and it is what it is.
Yeah, exactly. You got to give credit to the defender in that play.
Shit, I want to see exactly. Especially when Duke said, go back and watch it. It was underthrown. I'm like, if it was underthrown, it would never been a completion. There's two things that can happen when you underthrow a ball. Incomplete or interception. Oh, shit. That's your phone?
You know what I'm saying?
What you know about that?
Lucini, but hey, I'm getting this late. Hey, excuse me, I'm getting these late night calls. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Hey, I know the Raiders lost, but I could still win. You know what I'm saying?
hey, for real. All right, so I want to know which play was it that Renfrow fumbled that it was a short pass? Would you say underthrown?
Yeah, it would have been the overtime one he's probably talking about because it wasn't underthrown. It was just that it was bulleted to pretty much to his chest area.
Well, if it was overtime, nope, that's not what happened because I got the play right here and we're about to watch it.
Because I think that's the one he's talking about because if you watch it, it's actually Derek Carr throws it in there hot, like right to his chest.
Yeah, he caught that shit plain as day. Hold on, let me get this out here. All right, we gonna show this shit. I don't give a fuck if they copyright shit. Here we go. It's 3rd and 4. We're in overtime, 23-23. Here go Carr. Where was it? Where was the short thrown at?
Where?
Come on, let's go back and watch it. You said to watch it. Go back and watch. I'm watching. Where was it? Where thrown short?
That was right to his hands. It was right to the outside of his body, so he could just away from the defender. That's a perfect throw.
I don't see it.
Yeah, if you rewind again and do it in slow motion, like you'll see the car actually. See, yeah, why is he?
That was the punch from behind. See, that was a good play by Arizona. That's what caused the fumble. Renfro never seen it happen.
I think that was the other one.
Where was the short? Where was the short there?
I think that's the one he was saying, because the other one we got back because I think it was Foster Moreau recovered the fumble on that other one.
But see, he had possession of the ball. Even look, how short was that? It was low. It wasn't short. And that's what ended the game. One more again. It was a low throw, but he caught it. It was way after the fact. He just got hit.
If he actually would have threw that up like a traditional route, that would have been picked off and gone.
Yeah, exactly. That's why he threw it low, because you have to, because you can see the defender at the red line.
It was there.
He threw that to where if Renfro didn't catch it, it would have been all good. If he would have caught it, we could have got some yards there.
Exactly. You had to throw it low in that situation, because otherwise I don't know if it's a linebacker or a cornerback that would have jumped the route.
Yeah, that is right there. So I don't see anything that was Carr's fault. You know what I mean? That's why I said, stop trying to make things Carr's fault because you don't like him and you want to be right about him. You don't have to like dude. You don't have to buy his jersey. But the truth is the truth. If you don't like dude, that's fine. But you do not need to have him not succeed just to prove your opinion about him right. That don't make sense to me. You want your team to fail behind one individual you don't like just so you can be right? That's selfish. Come on, now, we want to win.
The other thing that annoys me is I don't like it when one player keeps getting scapegoated for every mistake.
Yeah. And Carr sits there, and that's what quarterbacks do. I know they say that's the nature, but just because that's the nature of how it's supposed to be doesn't mean that's the truth. That's not. We know it's not Carr's fault. He didn't throw an interception. You know what I mean? To have them run it back on a pick six to win the game. That wasn't him.
Let me stop because I was about to say something crazy.
No, say that shit.
No,
we don't say
that.
I really don't want, because they always talk about, oh yeah, DC's a Christian. Well, I really wish DC would be a Christian and actually say,
true shit.
I don't, be a real Christian and be like, hey, so and so sucks. You know what I'm saying? Or hey, it really wasn't my fault today. You know what I'm saying? He goes out there, it's my fault.
I didn't fumble that shit.
I
threw him the ball. He caught it.
I be sitting there sometimes and I be like, dude, it was not your fault.
Man,
I can't believe you up here lying.
That's one thing about football I hate, that the quarterback got to take all the blame. And we know damn well, we watched the game. I was like, he didn't do nothing wrong. He played a clean game. He fixed everything that he went wrong in week 1. He fixed.
Exactly.
We seen you put up 23 points and your defense put up 29. That ain't your fault.
Hell no.
Yeah, especially the two plays that I mentioned, the one where Murray ran it in from 20 yards out, or the one where teammate gave up the PI that put them right at the 1 yard line. Like, what are you going to do at that point?
That was personnel, because like looking back, we'll just remember that, and even looking back at it.
Hey, Salt, you want to pull up? The link is in the chat, man.
Yeah, you're talking about when he had the 20-yard touchdown rush.
On that play, they had our
they had three players. Three players at the D line.
They were running a 3-4.
But we got Salt with us now. Hey, Salt, what's up with it, man?
What's good, my brother? I had my camera off and shit. I'm already fucking laying down and shit. But hey, listen, man. I think the distribution of blame should go in the second half should go to a lot of different people, because I feel like Carr had a good game, bro.
Man,
you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And I think what happened was, you go back. See, a lot of people are mad because this is initial reactions, but you're gonna find out in the tape. This is a discussion I had with Omar. Everything I said in my live because I was writing notes down while I was watching the game. Everything I said on my live tonight was pretty much A1 sauce. You know what I'm saying? The offensive line kind of gave up in the second half.
Yep.
The defensive linebackers and the defensive linemen kind of gave up in the second half. I'll give the secondary their job. Like they held their own. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Hunter Renfrow, he made a few mistakes, not only just the fumbles, but also the drop passes, right? And there was a little blame to go to Carr as far as the overthrow to Darren Waller. I mean, not Darren Waller.
So there was one overthrow.
Adams.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
But that's so minor, bro. It's not even like he was the reason. So, you could blame a lot of different things in the second half, and that was just, you combine all that, and that's what ended up happening. And that's kind of what I said on my live stream today. And I also said that we need to chill out with blaming also the coaching staff, because I feel like they called an excellent game in the first half. I feel like we just didn't make the right execution with our players, you know what I'm saying, in the second half. Yeah. That it looks like, you know what I'm saying, because these guys come from New England. We don't already like them. You know what I'm saying? We had to be convinced to like them. Like, I liked them from get-go, but a lot of people didn't. And because it wasn't working out for the first two games, all of a sudden we want to, McDaniels' experiment is failing, and
it's not an experiment.
People are fucking bugging out. So I'm just like, yeah.
Yes, let's pump the brakes a little bit.
Because you figure in the two losses we have already, we should have and still could have won those games.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We lost these games less than a touchdown. Think about it. 5 points week 1, 6 points week 2.
Now, and another thing to take a note of is first of all, the Chargers last week, their defense is legit. They were within a field goal of beating the Chiefs, right? So their defense is legit. We know that their defense after 2 weeks is legit. It wasn't just us. They also had similar success against Mahomes. So we know that defense is legit, and we only lost by 5 points, and we could have won the game, as you said. And week 2, we're versing the Cardinals, who last season went 7-0 at the start of the year. So it's not like we're versing bottom. It's not like we're versing Houston or the Jets or Jaguars or one of the lesser teams in the NFL.
Which, by the way, we got to play after the bye week. We got to play all those teams. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, hopefully we get it right by the bye week. Shit.
And
we're not far off, though. We're not far off. They're winnable games.
Yeah. Exactly.
You know what I mean? And you figure this week against Arizona, you got to remember, no Morick, no Perryman, no Bowden, no Andre James, starters.
Hey, I'm going to tell you what, though. As much as I said I give shit for the linebackers this game, this was Diablo's game,
man.
And I feel like if you would have had Perryman in this game, it would have been worse.
Yes.
And the reason why I say that is because you had a lot of those screen passes that Perryman ain't good at, and Jayon Brown and Diablo, they can get at that, And I feel like it would have been worse with Denzel Perryman. I know that sounds crazy, but I just feel like the matchup, it was more Diablo's game plan.
No, I understand, because Diablo is like a quicker linebacker too. Like he's got more speed to him. Yeah, so I agree with that.
He's a ball hawk.
Yeah, exactly.
He's around the ball all the time.
And another player I'd like to give credit to on defense is Rocket Sin, man. He had a hell of a game this week.
Hey, man, that's exactly what I said on my show. Everybody said I was crazy.
Nah, man, like those two pass deflections. This game could have been we could have lost by more.
He gave up a few plays, but he had big stops, bro. Like throughout the game,
big stops.
They're like Rocket Sin number 26, Rocket Sin number 26. They kept saying his name, so he was making plays, bro. Like we expect our guys. I think we have this idea that our guys are going to be out there playing like Mike Haynes played in the Super Bowl against the Redskins. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to be 100% shut out all game. Like that's not how they're gonna give up some plays. Even good corners in the league give up some plays. We got to realize that, bro. You know what I'm saying? We have a high expectation. I mean, we have to have a high expectation, but good corners are not going to lock down a whole fucking game, bro. Nah. That's hard to do.
Speaking of that, though, I got to give credit to the defense. That's the first time I've seen a first half shutout in a while.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I agree, Ozzy. They played really good, man.
It's just unfortunate with the execution in the second half. It's particularly that Murray touchdown run. There must have been a missed assignment or a miscue somewhere, because there's no way that the front of the field should have been that open. So maybe a linebacker missed their assignment or something.
But I think what happened in the second half, as far as the defense was concerned, was I think that in the first half, I think we were able to contain Murray in the box with the pass rush. And then in the second half, all of a sudden that pass rush started to diminish, and we were not able to contain Murray, and he was able to get around. And the linebackers weren't in where they were supposed to be at to stop him either. And I wouldn't rely on our DBs to come back, and that's not their job. Their job is to go deep with the receivers and cover those guys.
I don't blame the secondary on that touchdown rush by Murray, because from what I saw, especially when they zoomed out, most of those guys were locking their guys down in the end zone.
Yeah, they had to, because if Murray was still behind the line of scrimmage, and if he would have made a pass, it would have been blown coverage.
Yeah, exactly. Another thing I kind of noticed in the second half, which I was kind of disappointed about, they should have kept clean a bit more, just because he can set that edge.
Yeah, Clee played good. Yeah.
And I noticed he wasn't in the second half as much as the first half, and I think that was a difference against like stopping the run and containing Murray, because I think there's quite a few plays where he helped contain Murray.
But and that was one of the things I brought up earlier, was like, why, you could tell that the D linemen that they had in there were gassed. So why weren't you bringing in fresh legs? You know what I'm saying? If Clee's sitting over there on the side, why didn't you have him come in, or why didn't you have Kuntz come in, or you know what I'm saying, to give Chandler Jones, the guy with the walker, a break.
Yeah, I agree. And another thing I noticed is that why didn't they play to Sean Bauer more? I mean, from what I could have, maybe I missed him earlier, but I only saw him play like one snap.
Yeah, it was not too much snaps. And they said that they did play him. Somebody in the chat tried to burn me when I said that. They said that they did play him. He didn't do nothing. I'm like, bro, it was one snap. I'm literally taking notes the whole time. I'm writing everything down. Oh, shit, Amik with the pick. Oh, this did this. Oh, this and that. I'm writing notes the whole time I'm watching the game, bro. And somebody tried to, you know what I mean? So, hey, I'm liking this conversation. I think we got 4 intellectual motherfuckers right here tonight on this kind of slow. And we looking at this game from a different perspective. Everybody's cussing out the coach. Everybody's cussing out Derek Carr. We looking at it from a different perspective. And that's all I agree.
So I don't name names or nothing, but I was watching a couple hours after, and it's like everyone wanted to cuss the coaches and Derek Carr, like, and no one was talking about this.
See, you got to be fair. You got the whole team gets to blame, because the whole team could have did things better. The coaching could have been better. The play could have been better. There's a lot of shit that factors in. Like I said, when you have 11 men on the field that all have to work simultaneously in one play to make it correct, where one thing goes wrong, the whole thing goes to shit. You know what I mean? If you miss a block, if you miss the catch, if you fumble the catch, if you overthrow, if you underthrow, everything has to work perfectly for. That's why I love football. It's the most team-oriented sport that you can ever think of. As far as everything has to work together at one time for it to work.
Also, the play call has to be right.
I don't need the other 4 dudes to shoot the basket. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you just need one more guy. You know what I'm saying? You got your MJ and you got your, you know what I'm saying? Somebody next to you.
Baseball, it's just me versus the pitcher. I got people on the team, but ain't nobody helping me bat. You know what I mean? So
another thing that makes NFL different for me is also the play calling. Because if you don't have the right play call on, it makes a big difference.
Yes. That's true. That's real shit. That's real shit. So it's like,
I think that's the one thing that kind of like differentiates it from other sports for me, like other team sports, is the play calling. The play calling is so vital in NFL.
And all that shit has to work together at the same time. You know what I mean? You can't. It don't matter if you have superstars, if you got bad play calling. You know what I mean? Or if you have great play calling and you don't have a great team, the chemistry ain't. There's a lot of shit that factors in football that makes it like stand alone.
That's another thing I feel is momentum too. Like
that's a big
real.
Man.
Hell yeah, bro. Because think about it. When Arizona went down the field twice and scored touchdowns, they got all the momentum on defense.
Yeah,
like, oh,
I
shit,
agree.
We in this game now. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You can feel it.
I feel like that PI that Roderick Teamer gave up, and then they got their first touchdown from that. I feel like that's when things changed for me when I was watching the game. Like I felt like there was a momentum shift at that point, because that's kind of like energized the Arizona team.
Yeah, I agree. 100%. For real.
Hey, so let me ask you this though. Do you think that would you be surprised if we make a move this week?
No, I wouldn't. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, like, no shit, if we actually made a move for it, even another safety. Just because I don't trust Teamer, man. Like, unless you're playing him in the box like Abram. Like I just don't trust him in coverage.
Now the question is, how long is Moehrig out for with the hip?
Yeah, that's what I mean. If he's out for a while, I want to get another dude in.
It wasn't a month like Avery. So we know Avery was out for a month, and we know Turner's out for a month. But he wasn't placed on IR, so we know he was out for this game.
Yeah,
so it's pretty much day to day right now.
But we were solid still at safety, even with him not there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What's the concern that we would look at as far as what part would you go out in free agency, grab somebody for what position? Defensive tackle, is that a concern? Right tackle, is that still a concern?
Yeah, I think right tackle.
You know what's funny, Lunatic? If you go back to the very beginning of this offseason, what two positions did we say that we needed the most? And we still saying that we need
defensive tackle and right tackle. Yeah.
Because we never addressed that shit.
Earlier today, I was watching the Pittsburgh and New England game, and they were talking about how what's dude name Isaiah Wynn.
Yeah,
remember they put our name in the hat as far as discussing the trade for him. Was killing it today. They beat Pittsburgh. New England beat Pittsburgh.
Yeah, which that was crazy to me. I picked Pittsburgh on my pick'ems.
But they were talking about how Isaiah Wynn and him was solid on the offensive line today. I'm like, well, damn, we was talking about grabbing dude.
Yeah, we need a right tackle. Like if either if we don't get one this season, it's gonna be like next off season for sure. Like unless Mumford can step up.
I wouldn't doubt if we go into the draft and do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Since we got first and second round now, but you might want to use. I don't know if you want to use a first round on a right tackle.
No, I'd rather I want to get a proper DT man
or
a dominant out of college DT in the first round will make sense.
Yeah,
or package some picks up and move up. You know what I mean?
What was that one?
We need that anchor. What
was that one that got drafted last year? That DT that we were all talking about from Alabama.
Oh, the big dude.
Oh yeah.
Devontae White?
Yeah, no, not him. The big dude.
Yeah, the one that.
Where my paper at?
You talking about the one we have on our team, or the
no.
The big athletic big dude defensive tackle,
Jordan Davis?
Huh? Yeah, no, not Alabama. I'm thinking Georgia.
Jordan Davis.
Yeah, Jordan Davis. That's who I'm thinking.
Yeah, and then there was that one the year before from Alabama too.
Man,
Barmore, yeah, that's what we need. We need like a good DT, like a.
But just think about what a veteran. You know, we're not looking for no elite motherfucker. What a veteran power right tackle would do, because we need to fit the scheme.
Oh yeah,
we don't want to bring in Jermaine Ifedi or a zone guy over here. You know what I'm saying? Fuck this whole shit up, because we don't need a zone guy. We need a power dude that can been in the league for a minute, that can play right tackle. How much help could he bring to even, let's say, the right guard? Like, how much help could he bring? You know what I'm saying? Like, we're going to be playing. A lot of people mistake this league for, we're not going to play the Chargers only twice a year. Every team in the NFL has a good pass rush, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly. It's not like it's just the Chargers. So if we get somebody at right tackle who's been in the league for a while, not a superstar name, but somebody that's respectable, you know, not some practice squad dude, that'll probably make a big, tremendous thing. You know what I mean?
I don't know about tackle, but as far as guard goes, I wouldn't mind bringing Assembly back if he's healthy.
Yeah, I think they passed on that one, because I'm thinking
it might be the knee, because then he blow out his knee.
You know what? The knee, but that was 2 years ago. 2 years ago, and I seen footage.
Can linger, though.
I found footage on Twitter of him when he worked out 5 months after the injury. He looked good. He dropped weight. They said he went vegan, so he dropped weight. He's mobile. It wasn't like it was lingering from what I seen, working the ladder and doing, like, you know what I mean, drills that they had him working out on. And I was like, okay. And that was 5 months after the injury. He been out. He opted out, 2020, 21?
Yeah.
Because 2020 was the injury against us. When both knees went out, the ligaments in his knees.
Yeah.
But yeah, 2 years, that's ample enough time to rehab.
That kind of worries me, though, the part that you said he went vegan. But give that man some protein, because we playing power in this motherfucker. We
eating vegetables, man.
We don't need no right tackle eating fucking broccoli.
Hey, there's protein in vegetables. Eat some broccoli. There's protein in broccoli.
Maybe they spinach like Popeye.
I was vegan for 2 years, man. I already know.
Shit.
I missed them burgers though.
Yeah. But I will say that Parham looked decent at center, considering. I'll give him that.
Couple of penalties, but like I said, that's the growing pain of being a rookie. You know what I mean? But the other aspect of being a rookie is when do they hit the rookie wall? Because in college you're only used to about 10 games a season. You're playing in 16 now, so they always talk about the rookie wall, which you hitting at after 10 games.
And think about this, Carolina. I keep calling them Carolina. I don't know why the fuck I keep doing that. Arizona plays a 3-4, so he had a nose tackle all day on him.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So he had a nose tackle all day on him. So.
Yeah, I agree. That's why I say he did a decent job considering he had a nose tackle on him all day.
And it's not like we need him all season to start at center. James is gonna come back. Plus the guy that we signed. What's the free agent dude we signed? The veteran former first round pick.
The center from the Giants. Let me see.
Price
on Discord.
What's his name?
Price.
Billy Price. Billy Price.
He's not ready. You're not gonna at a center. You're not gonna come off the street and start and know the protections and all that shit. So maybe he's the next in line as far as being the legitimate backup and putting Parham at wherever else that you need him at.
Back at guard. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's only a temporary thing to me. It's not permanent.
Hey,
I still say the right tackle is our main problem.
Yes, right tackle. I believe so. Because ain't that where that one sack came from off that side? Dude just rushed right in and got Carr.
Oh, you talking about J.J. Watt?
Yeah. That was off that side, right?
Something went down on that right side where J.J. Watt literally nobody picked him up.
Yeah,
I don't even think anybody touched him.
And he only got one sack though. That's J.J. Watt. He's elite. You know what I mean?
Weren't they also switching out the right tackle today as well?
Yeah.
I thought there was times in there that Luminor wasn't in there.
But
Munford played some snaps.
Yeah,
but with that, but what I'm saying is, J.J. Watt is an elite pass rusher, but I think on that play specifically, I don't even think nobody like really initially even touched him.
Yeah.
I think he just it was a free pass.
Man.
Go to bed. That's one of those things I wanted to go back and look at because I wanted to see who it really was. You know what I'm saying, responsibility wise, because again, that shouldn't be happening, especially because they're running a 3-4. So it's not like even you have hella people on the line anyway. So why isn't our offensive line picking up that?
Yeah. Hey, Raider Ben, I know the loss has been embarrassing, but hey, it could be worse. Getting your ass whooped by was it the Colts today they got whooped on?
Shut out.
Yeah, they got shut out, man.
Oh my God, that's embarrassing.
What these two games show me though is that we have the ability to.
Yes,
we stayed in both these games, bro. We're
close, less than one score.
Yeah, and that's why I don't want to panic just yet. You know what I'm saying? I think we'll bounce back, bro. I think we'll bounce back. We got Tennessee. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and then we got Denver.
We thought that after the first week we was gonna bounce back against the Cardinals at home. We done lost 2 home games already, SoFi and Allegiant.
Yeah, I gotta agree. I'm not too worried. Yeah, I mean, we've been within one score of 2. What I consider to be good teams. They're not the bottom of the 32 teams. They're near the they're the top, say 10 to 15 of the 32 teams. So
and to keep it 100, they didn't beat us. We beat ourselves. Let's keep it right. We did the mistakes.
Yeah,
nothing they forced to happen to us. We did it to ourselves.
But I don't know if I don't agree with that, Raider Ben. They do have playmakers on Arizona.
And who was the guy I talked about last week before we did the
Hollywood Brown? Yeah,
I talked about Greg Dortch.
Dortch.
Fantasy points.
Man. Oh, you got him on your fantasy?
No, I don't got him on my, but I see what he got though from somebody else.
Yeah, but you got to understand that Brown's pretty good too. Not just Hopkins. Brown's pretty good.
Yeah.
And then not only Brown, like that Dodge kid, and then on defense, they still got Isaiah Simmons and a few other defensive playmakers like J.J. Watt and stuff too. So it's not like they don't have anybody.
Nah, it falls back on us. We
had
that game.
You remember the Cardinals was 7-0.
Yeah, they didn't beat us. We beat us.
Yeah, man. That's 2 weeks in a row we beat ourselves.
And that tells you that we have the potential to win. So we got to get this shit gelling. We got to get this shit gelling, bro. Not only with the coaching staff, because you got to think these are all Bill Belichick's kids, but now they got the reins, and so they got to get together and kind of come together and make this happen, right? It's different when you just got Brian Flores by himself or Matt Patricia with the Detroit Lions by himself, but you got all his kids together and they're trying to make it happen, right? So get those guys gelling, get Derek Carr in the offense and get these new players that are coming in to learn, you know what I'm saying, to gel also with the scheme and all that. And also make the execution, man, make the effort all the way. Don't just stop. I see these motherfuckers celebrating, think they won after the halftime. I'm like, man, get the fuck out of here, bro.
They got to learn that shit.
Yeah, you can't.
And Ben, you make a good point. Were a lot of negatives, and that's the shit we got to correct. And I look at it, this is the positive and the negative. I want the negatives to happen early. You know what I mean? I don't want to get down to the stretch and we're like last year. If a negative would have happened in them last 4 games last year, we would never have made the playoffs. So it's something we got to take, fix, learn from, and move on. Thank God that we ain't getting the fuck blown out of us. You know what I mean? They're correctable mistakes. They're correctable.
Exactly. It's not like we're losing 40-9.
No, it's not like we have inferior players either. You know what I mean? That we're trying to correct. We got top of the line type players out there playing. It's just a play here, play there, attention to detail, mental mistakes, no penalties. It's a lot of shit, but it can be fixed. That's the only thing that you have to be concerned with is, can the negative shit be fixed? And it can.
But see, that statistic about 0-2 having a 10% chance, that's
it doesn't mean anything.
That's analysts. I don't fucking believe that.
Percentage don't mean shit. The numbers behind the percentage matters. I always say averages and percentages, do not pay attention to them. Pay attention to the numbers behind them. Because if I got fouled in a basketball game and I shot 2 free throws and that's all I shot that game, it's going to say I was 100%. Ooh, that's 100%. But not on 2 free throws. Now, if I shot 100 and made 100, that's impressive. That's what you got to batting average as well. That averages and shit.
Another thing to keep in mind is I think the Raiders proved that analytics don't matter last year. No one had us making the playoffs last year.
The Chargers proved analytics didn't.
You know what I was thinking?
That shit didn't matter.
You know what I was thinking too, Lunatic? I was thinking that we're so used to starting off good and then playing bad at the end of the season. What if we was to start off bad because we just learning and then we play fucking excellent for the remainder of the season?
Yeah, exactly.
I'd rather have it done that way though. Don't play bad when it counts. Right now, the season is young. All we want to do is get a berth into the playoffs and let our team go ahead and dictate what happens after that.
And another thing to keep. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, because if it's reversed and you get like last year, if we would have took one loss in any of those 4 last games last year, we would have never been in the playoffs. That game against the fucking Chargers, we lost that game, we would have been out. I mean, come on now. I'd rather do good at the end of the season than the beginning, if you had a choice. Yeah, we talk being undefeated, but come on, let's be realistic. Only one team has ever finished a season undefeated, and that was 50 years ago. That just lets you know right there.
I hate the Miami Dolphins. I live in Florida.
50 fucking years ago, 72. I was born in 72. And no team ever went undefeated since I've been breathing. New England tried it, but hey, the very most important game, they lost.
With Randy Moss, too.
There it is. So it's not like something, the wish your team go undefeated. Yeah, that's a nice wish, but the likeliness of that happening, 0, none. Especially with an added game.
Exactly.
You're playing one extra game now?
Another thing we've got to keep in mind is this is a whole new scheme as well. So there's gonna be bumps in the road at the beginning.
Shit. Talk that shit, Avi. Talk that. Tell the people in the back that
go back to 2018 when we first had Gruden, like when he was first learning the Gruden scheme and all that. It's whenever you're learning a new playbook and a new scheme, there's gonna be hiccups along the way.
Man. Well, I found out that actually 2018 we tanked on purpose because we was trying to get draft picks.
Oh yeah,
because we were just building a team. So we tanked on purpose in 2018 so we can get draft picks.
Shit, it don't matter if you draft the wrong motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Shit, it don't matter how many draft picks you got.
I hate to laugh at that, but that shit's hella funny.
That's real shit though. You can give me all the first round. Look, we had 3 first rounds one year. What the fuck? You should have had 3 dominating ass players
still on the team.
Man,
no offense.
Josh Jacobs the only one that like panned out. Like, hey.
No offense to Clay, but we should have got Ned Oliver.
Oh, come on, bro. Hey, there's a lot of different directions we could have went.
Hey, I'm gonna say I was wrong about something, and I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna admit it right now.
Admit it.
I'm gonna admit it on Lunatic Show, and I'll do it on my own show. If Gravy's listening, this is for you, Gravy. I now say that we need to pay Josh Jacobs next year. I was against it. I was adamantly against it because I didn't want to pay a running back. But that has been, besides Devontae Adams, who is elite, that has been the best player, the most consistent player on this team is Josh Jacobs.
Wow.
We need to sign this motherfucker next year.
I don't know about breaking the bank, but like I said, maybe if maybe 7-8 million might be enough for him to just want to stay here.
Yeah, take a little cut, man.
10 million, that's, you know what I mean? That's, especially when you're doing by committee, 10 million is taking up a nice little portion out of that running back room. You know what I mean? And Zamir sitting there, and he looked positive today.
Because it's looking like we paid the wrong motherfuckers right now.
Man, White, hey, he's gonna be that dude.
Who got the contracts? What they doing?
Who?
I said, who got the contracts this year and what they doing?
Man, nada. Damn, that's crazy too. Sometimes motherfuckers get that money and it makes it feel like you don't have to work no more, except for Max Crosby. He's addicted to playing football.
Is it just me, or I said this on my live and shit? Is it just me, or does it look like Hunter Renfrow really aged 10 years during this offseason? I seen this motherfucker in the press conference. He looked like he's 36. He's only 26.
Hey, money will do that to you when you don't have to walk to work and you can like catch a limo. Walking is the healthiest shit you can do. You ain't gotta walk no more. You know what I mean? You lazy. I ain't gonna say he lazy, but I mean, shit. I don't know. Because after that little lift video
against the Chargers, bro, he wasn't getting open at all, bro. But you got to give credit to Bryce Callahan, though. You do. But, you you still got the best, change of direction, route runner you got in the league,
You got to remember, defenses are reactionary. So you always going to have that split second, depending on how quick a player on defense can react, is going to tell you how wide open that receiver can get off the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, because he was cooking Xavier Howard from the Miami Dolphins. He was cooking – who else was he cooking? He cooked everybody last year.
Jalen Ramsey.
Jalen Ramsey?
Yeah.
Man, hey, we'll see. Hey, this week is going to be – it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to say the least. The Tennessee Titans on the road. Let's go.
Yeah, I think another good thing about the fact that we're playing the Titans is I think our run defense for the most part has been decent.
It's been solid, yes.
Yes, it has.
And I think it's gonna be a good matchup for us because of that.
But
I'll tell you what,
he's a motherfucking animal, though.
I'll tell you what.
Tell me about it, man. I got him in my fantasy league. I got that.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
This will be a good team to get a good lead on to make them have to, vacate the running game and go to passing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
So we'll see. We'll see. We got the ability to score though. That's the thing. I'm looking at our scores like we can score.
The one thing that I haven't seen yet that I kind of want to see though is I want to see them use Tyron Johnson to take the top off.
Oh yeah,
I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, I haven't either.
Tyron Johnson's on the team.
Yeah.
The
wide receiver.
Oh, I didn't know that.
No,
I haven't.
Look, you tongue in cheek ass, facetious ass motherfucker.
Said the same thing about Chandler Jones. He said Chandler Jones on the team.
You on there?
Oh, hey, Chandler Jones is on our team.
You got me engaging in the conversation like
for real. You got me in my high voice. Chandler Jones is on the team.
What? He on there? 55, right?
Where does he play?
Number 55. That nigga
Yeah,
was playing the
I think he's
drums
hurt.
with the
I think
he's
he's hurt, to be honest. I think he's got a lingering injury.
Hey, they
of some
said
kind.
that. That's what JT was saying on Dirty Shit, that he might have an injury.
Yeah,
Because his lateral movement doesn't look that great.
And I think if it's that serious, man, they should just let Kuntz, Klee, and Sean Bauer play a bit more.
Why not?
But see, that argument. I understand where he's coming from, but that argument is basically that the coaches, if that's true, the coaches didn't put in the other guys to play because he's hurt, and they just not saying it. But I need to find out first that he's really hurt. I didn't hear no reporter say that. You know what I'm saying? And I got love for JT, but where's his source? That's all I gotta say.
It has to be on the injury report too.
Agree.
But then again, don't forget, Hobbs was playing with a shoulder injury last year, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Did any of us know? See, we don't know. So we can sit here and say, oh, they're supposed to put it on the injury report, but Hobbs wasn't on the injury report.
And especially with these guys,
the label.
They ain't telling us nothing.
That's why I'll be suspect with the information we hear. Like, who told you? What back alley you done paid motherfuckers to tell you information that nobody knows until it happens?
Yeah, I agree.
Ziegler and them is not leaking shit out. Man, I'll tell you, that's the best friend you want to have if you want to cheat on your wife. Make sure Ziegler was there. He ain't saying shit. Hell no. Lunatic the hell no. He wasn't doing shit. He was with me all night. Hey, right on, Zig. You know what I mean? Hey, loose lip sink ships, and hey, every ship I see is afloat. So hey, we good.
And you know, McDaniels and Ziegler, they went to college together, so they probably
yep.
They probably was they was probably running game like that. Oh, what did you see Josh last night? Oh, hey. Josh was playing video games with me.
And you know what? That's funny because those two lived together in college too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
so they covered each other's back.
They was wingmen for real.
Hey man, I found that condom over in your. I flushed it though. Man, good looking out. I found them panties under your bed, man. I threw them in the trash out. Hey man, good looking out. Hey, for real. Frat brothers, boy, they was in cahoots.
Shit, they know about the code, man. A lot of people
code.
About the code.
Hey, for real.
A lot of people forgot about the code nowadays, Lou.
They got the code for real. Hey, we got each other, man. We know. I ain't got to say shit. We just got to get that look like,
yeah.
Oh man, good look.
The one thing McDaniels did do well though is he did take accountability. I must have in his presser.
Yeah, he did that. He did, but he's supposed to. I mean, the way the structure of the business is, it's the quarterback and the head coach taking all the blame. They're like the force field for the rest of the team. You know what I mean?
Much, yeah.
You're not going to go out there and say, oh, yeah, my son ain't shit. I got him in Pop Warner and he can't catch a motherfucking ball. You know what I mean? But like, hey, I motivate him, keep working through it. You're going to get better. But deep down, I'm like, man, this ain't you. So that's why, like I told Twan, what they tell the media is going to be one thing from what you get behind closed doors.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? I didn't have coaches like, get the fuck out of us.
We need some media control this week because I want our coaches and our players to focus on the Titans. I don't want them hearing no fucking reporter talking about, well, man, you guys fucking stink out there, man. Like, you know, are we going to question your fucking coaching or this and that? We don't need them motherfuckers worrying about this shit. We just focus on the Titans, man. Fuck what we say. Fuck what the reporters say. You know,
reporters can't say shit because it ain't like we've been getting blown out.
And I'll say this: if you are a reporter and you need questions to ask these players, hit me up on IG at Twan TWUAN. I'll help you question the game because some of y'all questions out there they need some help.
Hey, shout out to Balboa Raider. Hey, you make a good point. Do not be arm tackling the fucking when we play Tennessee. Do not be arm tackling fucking Henry. Do not try to arm tackle. Hit that motherfucker. Go low if you got to.
You're gonna get a stiffy pause.
Hey, for real. Don't do that shit. Come on now. Don't let this motherfucker get 200 yards rushing.
You try to arm tackle King Henry, you might break your arm.
Man.
Hey, I ain't. Let me knock on wood before I say it. Abram might mess around and throw out his shoulder trying to get one to him.
Hey, but Abram don't give a fuck though. He's reckless abandonment to the fullest. He will hurt himself to hurt you.
I was waiting for him all game to give one to Kyler. So
man, that's what I've been saying.
He came close a couple times.
He did though, but he didn't know. He didn't hit him though. I want a beeline straight. Hey, if that motherfucker took the ball and run, hit the ribs. Get that little midget.
You guys notice something
looking
too with
motherfucker.
Max, bro, he out there looking like he just want to show off, bro, because he should have wrapped up Kyler Murray. You see how he was able to escape that motherfucker? I thought it was going to be a sack, bro.
Yeah, I saw that where he just almost grabbed his legs, right? But he just missed.
You got to wrap that motherfucker up, man. And I seen some shit on IG. I don't know if this shit is true, but he was saying something about Kyler Murray, Bill Murray, whatever his name is. We need to bring this munchkin down and take him back to the athletics. Like what?
Who? Fucking Max? Nah, Max don't talk like that.
But this is what I seen on IG, so it might be some cap. But if that's really what he said, that's giving me Yannick vibes from last year with the Chiefs.
Hey, during the game, they were talking about how Max Crosby got a hit list for quarterbacks and Kyler Murray wasn't on there. He said, but I would love to add him to that, that list as far as a quarterback I sacked. He did though. But
there might be some cap on IG.
Yeah, I don't think that's
at rate of 7.528. He did make plays. He can't catch the ball.
Yeah, I don't understand why Carr was solid. He didn't have no turnovers. That's all we asked for. You know what I mean? He threw to 7 different receivers today. 7. No interceptions.
Yep.
252 yards, 2 touchdowns. No interceptions. What else you want him to do? What? Throw for 500 yards, 5 touchdowns?
Yeah, ain't Madden.
That's why I said, man, come on, let's keep it realistic. If you don't like Carr, you don't gotta like the motherfucker. Fuck him. He's just a player. But root for your team. Root for your team. You want every player on your team to succeed because that's the only way your team is gonna succeed. You don't have to like dude, man. And when I be reading the shit that people be saying, like, oh, they're blaming him for it's not his fault that there's fucking global warming. You know what I mean? It ain't his fault there's a drought in Nevada and the water level is low. He didn't drink that shit. It's like shit.
And people were surprised that I went live tonight, and I'm usually critical of Carr, and I did not blame this game on him.
Sorry, Ben, but I don't agree with this one because if you're talking about him converting drives, but isn't it also the receiver's responsibility to convert drives too?
That's what I'll be saying, man. There's 11 men on offense. If any of those 11 men do not perform their job, then the percentage of your play being successful lowers by a percentage of the player of the offense. So if the right tackle doesn't block, if the left tackle doesn't block, if the center doesn't call out the right protections, if the receivers don't catch the ball or do not fumble, and it goes on the quarterback too. If he does not throw a good pass, not overthrowing him, underthrowing him, or throwing an intercept, it all works collectively. It's not just one individual when you got 11 motherfuckers that got to play together.
And that's realistic too, because Dylan Parham, even though he played good, we don't know that because he's a rookie, he was having some kind of communication breakdown with the protection calling. That's hard to do as a rookie.
Man, you got him out there in a system.
How does that make sense, Ben? How did Carr blow the 20-point lead? So he gave up the PI that Roderick Teamer gave up that put him at the 1-yard line for them to get their first touchdown, or he's the one that broke contain on Murray and let him run 20 yards in for a touchdown, or
everybody gets blamed.
A 2-point conversion. I don't understand.
Everybody gets blamed. Yeah. Everybody gets blamed. Blame the Raiders. That's what we need to start doing. Take the team accountable.
Yeah,
not individuals. The whole team is accountable because everybody could have did something better. The coaching could have been better. Offense, defense, individual players on both sides. Special teams was solid. I ain't got no knock on special teams because they did their thing. That's the only ones that should have got a game ball if we would have won.
Mac Hollins was that gunner. Mac Hollins was that gunner.
But even if we score, right?
55-yard field goals?
Like, we scored on the drive before that drive that Roderick Teamer got the PI. we scored on the previous drive. So how does that? So that kind of like totally contradicts what you're saying, Ben. Because if we scored on the previous drive, then defense comes on the field, and then Roderick Timmer gives up a PI. How is that Carr's fault if he scored on the last drive?
Well, I know how to kind of explain. So Ben was talking about if the Raiders converted on some of those offensive drives, I can see in the second half what he's talking about.
Yeah, the second half I can agree, but I just don't agree with
the defense in the situation. But if you notice, because I watched all 22, I was on VC watching all 22 with everybody, and I was watching in the second half, the offensive line actually started to collapse. They played better in the first half. They played really good. I was like impressed. I was like, whoa, they're giving a lot of time for their car. But they collapsed in the second half. You know, Hunter Renfrow dropped a few passes before the 2 fumbles. You know what I'm saying? And because of the offensive line, they didn't get sacks per se, but they were able to get those guys to get close to Carr where they put their hands up. And that's where you got the batted down balls because of the offensive line. You know what I'm saying? So you have a lot of situations that made it difficult for the offense to really get points on the board, and that's what put the defense on the field a lot longer than it should be.
Now, you know another thing I kind of noticed was with Parham at center, it looked like he was kind of getting gassed too, because it seemed like when he was breathing, like he's not used to those many reps.
You saw that?
I seen that shit.
Yeah,
it looked like he was gassed.
That was the only thing and I wasn't really
look on his face, and
that was the only thing that I kind of saw. Yeah. You know, just you know, on the peripheral when he was in the huddle, it looked like he was trying to get his air.
You would expect that because he doesn't get those kind of snaps.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So there's a lot of things that play a part into your loss and wins, and that's part of it. Carr's part of it. There's some things Carr could have did better. He admitted that. Some things that fucking Renfrow could have did better. Some things the offensive line and the defense could have did better. That's why I said we need to stop picking one individual and putting it on him and just blame the whole fucking team. The whole fucking team was responsible for this fucking loss.
Yeah, I agree.
It could have been better across the board.
We've got to hold the defense to the same standard that we hold.
And everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody got to be. Come on, the fan base know this shit. The whole team as a whole. In order to win a Super Bowl, everybody got to be on all cylinders working correctly together in unison. It's not just
after the one night we gonna see a lot of people breaking down the film, and people gonna realize throughout the week. It's just the first night. We're mad. I don't blame nobody. I'm mad too.
Carr gets some blame. He's part of the Raiders. You gotta get some blame.
Yeah, get some blame, but just
you know what I mean. But not all of it. Come on now, not all of it. That's not. Come on. I know you don't like the motherfucker, but goddamn.
Hey, but it is DC's fault though.
What that your cookies went undercooked? Your brown crackers was wrong?
No, the whole game is DC's fault. You know
that you didn't catch that catfish that was eluding everybody.
He said it in the press conference. It's his fault.
You gotta go with
what he said. It's his fault.
You gotta take it as gospel, huh?
Everything is DC.
Take it as gospel. Hey, it's my fault.
He said, "Put it on him."
I apologize for gas prices going up. It's my fault. Maybe if I threw that ball better, the gas prices wouldn't be as high as it is.
I'm sorry. I'm so sarcastic today.
I'm sorry.
You're good, bro. You're good. I get what you're
saying. That number that you got.
Hey, he needs to say something else though, and that's what I don't like about the press conference. It seems like it's recorded every week. It put it on me. Just say something else. You know what I mean? Just say something else.
I like for him to say, like, I think our defense could have played a little bit better. I think we could have contained Murray a little bit better.
Man.
I think we've got to clean up the penalties on both sides of the ball. Like, say something different.
Hey, man, hopefully, man, maybe if we would have hit Kyler Murray's pot of gold, that little motherfucking leprechaun wouldn't have did what he did to us in that last motherfucking quarter. Because I'm telling you, he wasn't contained. Carr didn't contain him. That motherfucker was running loose.
Yeah, he was. I mean, 30 seconds or whatever it was. How the fuck does that happen?
All them fucking marshmallows in your cereal?
I've been watching Raiders football for 20 years. I ain't seen that shit.
Man. Watching video game shit.
I was sitting there and I was like, there is no way he's not getting sacked. There's no way he's not getting sacked.
Man,
I'm watching it. I'm like, there is no way.
You're literally watching run to this
Somebody's
side of the
gonna
field, and then run to
tackle
that
this
side of the field, and then run up that way to the field.
Hey,
like,
bro.
what the
Hey,
fuck?
bro. But you know what? It was like putting salt on the wound. The fucking circus music they played after that. You seen that?
No, that was. So, I
You
noticed
seen that? They
too.
played
That pissed
circus
me off
music and
so
they did like a
bad.
countdown.
Like,
They were
what the
doing 1 second, 2
I
seconds.
seen that shit.
Oh
that
man,
shit
that
pissed
was
me off
like,
so
With the
man,
bad.
timer,
you really
like
you
20
stabbed
points.
me in the heart with that one, man. Fuck it.
Yeah, man, that's oh my god. Are you?
Yeah, because that
fucking
was clown
serious?
shit. Like, how do you leave him that wide open? Like, my god. You know he can scramble. Like, you know that
Yeah.
coming into the game.
That shit, I lost my erection on that shit.
Hey, I think
I thought we was gonna win. I was like, hey, I had a hard on, like, oh, it's a blowout.
After that first half, I think everybody was hard. You know what I'm saying?
Dude. Hey, for real. Cause look, I had did it like a game day morning with the nation, like before 2 hours before the game.
Hey, I saw Twitter at halftime. Everyone thought we were winning that game for
Yeah,
sure.
I was like, we need to establish the run, and why not? What I want to see is a blowout. Why not? We deserve it. Get a blowout. And I'm
Hey,
like,
bro, at the
seeing
halftime,
20 to
I'm over
nothing,
here.
I'm like, oh shit, here we go. Man,
At
second half,
halftime, bro, I'm
dude,
over here saying I'm beating Cash Lord's
I went
ass
from
in
this to-
fantasy. Hey, in halftime, I was like, I'm beating Cash Lord's ass in fantasy. Raiders is winning. You know what I'm saying? It's like fucking Carmen Electra and fucking Megan Fox. And all of a sudden, boom. She said, I gotta go home. I got blue balls.
Man, hey, for real though, you get her home, but you don't hit.
No,
Hey,
man, it was fucked up, bro. It was like,
I thought I was going to do well
damn,
in fantasy too, because I thought, oh yeah, here comes Derek Carr. He's going to make up for last week. He's going to score like
Hey.
4 touchdowns this game.
Motherfucker, her punk ass son calling, talk about, mama, I need you. What the fuck, nigga? You 20 years old.
Hey, man, you got me fucking doing lunatic jokes on this motherfucker.
Hey, fuck it. That's hey, entertainment at its finest, baby.
Yep.
Oh shit! Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Balboa, man, Florida boy. What's the deal? Raider Ben, go to bed, man. You sound like a 7-year-old man. Nah, I'm fucking with you. All opinions are accepted. It is like you try to be optimistic, and you saying that you see an 8-win game. Hey, if we keep playing like this, I'm riding with you. I think our 12-win season goes down to about 8. If they keep doing this shit.
Hey, as long as they cover the spread, I'm just saying.
Oh, you and your motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly.
Selfish ass. Hella selfish.
Hey,
eight
and a half.
Did we cover?
Hey, 8.5 look good. You know what I'm saying? But it don't look good right now. I'm just saying. 8.5.
Shit. That's what the spread is for Tennessee?
No, that was the 8.5 for the season wins. You know what I'm saying?
That's
over
right.
under.
Hey,
the over under. I was like, what?
Putting money on that shit.
I was like, they said 8.5 for this team. Oh yeah, I'm going in.
And then 2 weeks later, we like, fuck.
Yeah, I'm like, dang, I don't know about
that money on.
I might have lost a little bit right now.
Hey, for real. Oh my god.
On a different note, on a positive note, at least I beat JT in fantasy this week. He was talking all that cap.
Who?
JT.
Oh, JT, he lost?
Yeah, he lost to me in fantasy this week.
I'm 2-0. I'm 2-0 in fantasy right now.
You trying to talk about me?
I'm
like,
1-1, but at least I beat JT.
I said, oh, I won today. Shit, what the fuck you talking about?
Because JT had like a really good draft in the fantasy draft and his fantasy draft, but I beat his ass today. So I'm like,
damn. Shit. Yes, indeed, man. We're gonna see how this unfolds next Sunday, man. Fuck.
Hey, but you know what made me feel bad though?
Huh?
Was who was my starting quarterback for fucking fantasy? It was Kyler Murray.
Was it?
31 points. I was like, I'm not supposed to feel happy about this.
Hey, look, I got him as my starter too.
On a bright note, Derek Carr beat him in fantasy 58.88.
Oh yeah?
Oh, but but Dirty's points is higher. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's higher. Yeah.
I do the PPR points is set up. Like,
okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
30 is a lot of points for the league we're in.
See,
so
look,
31.
Kyler Murray got me 75 points.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he did better then.
I end up winning too, so shit.
Yeah, in my league, Derek Carr got 25 points.
Oh, okay.
Oh shit. Yeah,
and
different point system. See, I fucked around. I got Dak Prescott and that motherfucker out. But I was trying to go with quarterbacks that were both mobile and can throw because I was trying to get as many points as I can get out of them. That was my strategy. Get the mobile quarterbacks.
I don't know if you can see that, but I think I'm going to smash JT this week because Derrick Henry hasn't even played yet, and I'm already like winning by like 30 odd points.
Oh shit! Yeah, I think. Oh, let me see what I got left against who I'm playing. Oh shit! Buffalo play Monday night, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so I got Singletary at running back still left.
Who are you versing this week though?
I'm playing against Raider Nation 916.
Okay. I'm about to check out his team.
So
I know Farrah has a good team too.
It's Minnesota and Buffalo tomorrow, right?
Yeah, that's going to be a good game.
In my league that we got, I'm undefeated 2-0. And this is my starting lineup right now. Kyler Murray, Cooper Kupp, Deontay Johnson, Austin Eckler, Javonte Williams, Mark Andrews, and Antonio Gibson on flex.
Okay. Yeah, dude might get me though, because dude got he got Buffalo's defense. He got
my defense, I got the Steelers, man. I was lucky.
He got McKenzie at wide receiver, and he got fucking this motherfucker got Jefferson at wide receiver from Minnesota too. All I got is motherfucking Singletary at running back left.
I wish I put I've got two good defenses, so I can rotate them. I got the Bucks and the Steelers. I wish I put the Bucks in this week.
I'm up 34 points on them though. Oh well.
I didn't play, and I should have played what do you call it? I should have played Flacco as my backup quarterback instead of freaking what's his name, Brissett. I played Brissett as my backup this week because I thought the Browns were going to play well because they were playing the Jets or whatever. So I put fucking Brissett in instead of Flacco, and Flacco had a hell of a game.
Damn. Oh, did he?
Yeah, he scored. I don't know what dirty scoring system is, but he had like 73 points. Compared to Brissett, who only had 53 this week.
Hey, Josh McDaniels drafted Tim Tebow, but was that his draft pick? Because I know when he became coach of Denver, that wasn't his coaching staff.
Yeah, exactly.
That coaching staff was dictated to him. Because if you go back and look at the history, because what I was doing, I was going to do a video where I was going to compare the coaching staff that McDaniels had with Denver compared to what he has now. And what I found out was a lot of those coordinators were former coordinators underneath previous regimes with Denver. Dan Reeves and what's the motherfucker that tried to sue Al Davis? Shanahan. They were all former coordinators underneath them with Denver. So that showed me Denver hey, this is your coaching staff. So if they did that to him, I'm pretty sure them draft picks wasn't his either.
Yeah, not only that, but at the time you got to remember
his buddy, none of that.
Come on now. You know what I mean? And you had who's the general manager, president for Denver? Horse Teeth.
Are you talking about Elway?
Elway, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it would make more sense for a former quarterback to want you to draft a quarterback, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's
and
usually,
not only that,
you know what I mean?
I was gonna also add that you got to remember at the time when they were picking Tebow, he was like the most hyped player of the draft.
Out of Florida, yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Yes,
you know who owns the Broncos now? Walmart and Condoleezza Rice.
Yeah, she part of the group. Yep.
It's crazy,
man.
Hey, but they don't look too good either, though, bro. They don't look too good.
Hell,
either,
fuck
man.
no. I thought they was gonna lose the Texans today.
Yeah.
They lost. Didn't they lose Judy or somebody?
Yeah.
I think Judy went out with an injury.
Judy and Surtain.
Oh, see.
Oh yeah, that's a big
loss. So Denver's 0-2 as well, then.
No, they won,
but they barely won.
But they barely won. Exactly.
So they're 1-1. Okay. Damn.
But I'm not worried about it. We still play them twice, so we can give them 2 L's off the bat.
They lost Patrick Surtain. That's a big one right there.
Man, for real.
Yeah, that's a big one.
I'm not sure if like how bad it was, but they both got banged up.
That's like the Niners losing old boy at quarterback. They said they
might be a blessing, bro. Jimmy G might bring them back to glory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Facts. I know some, because I'm in the Bay, you know what I'm saying? So I know some Niners.
That's where San Jose at?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm in the Bay, and there was some people that like I was watching, and they ruthless out here. They was happy that he got hurt.
Oh yeah, that's Niner fans.
Yeah, they was happy he got hurt because they wanted Jimmy G to play.
Wow. They said that old Lance was underperforming in preseason. They wasn't really like too secured with him taking over.
That's why I had the Bears beating the 49ers in my pick'em league, and I got it right.
Man, it made sense why they kept Garoppolo and paid him that money. What, he's the highest paid backup?
Yeah.
Garoppolo, now we understand why. Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, yes, indeed, man. We need these must wins for these rest of these games.
Yeah, Debo might go up now with Jimmy G in fantasy.
Fuck the Niners. I can't wait till January 1st.
Shit.
Oh, I got so many Niners friends, man. I'll be like, man, fuck your team. I made this meme where it was a chin strap made out of a ball sack.
I'm gonna be in Vegas. Hey, we got to kick it, bro. I'm gonna be in Vegas for the Chargers and Raider game in December 4th.
December 4th.
So the revenge, we got to get paid back on these motherfuckers.
Yeah, for real. Hell yeah, shit. I'm here. I was gonna go down to the game today, man, but I had a long night fucking with that little blackout shit.
Hey, I seen the video, man. There were some big Shirleys in there, man.
You would have got them too.
Hey,
was in there.
You should have slipped in my IG. You know what I'm saying?
See, I went in there with my little friend, so me and her was in there doing our thing.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a cool little event. It was cool. You know what I mean? Drinking an expensive ass $10 small ass Coronas.
It'd be nice to win at least 2 out of 3. Sorry, I'm just talking to Florida Boy's comment. As
What
long
do
as
you
we
say?
win at least 2, it says we had to go 3 straight wins, but even 2 out of 3 would be good.
I want 3
schedule.
3
I
and
want
2.
3. We all want 3. We all want 3.
I'll be right back, yo.
All right.
But I feel like unless we get at least 2 out of 3, it's going to be really tough after the bye because our schedule does get easier somewhat after the bye, but we've got to win at least a minimum of 2 now.
Yeah. But shit, I'm not really.
What would that be? That would be 2 and 5. No, 2 and 3.
2 and 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 and 3. 2 and 3. I think we can still make playoffs, but anything less than that's going to be tough.
Man, in the worst case scenario, I don't want to think about it.
I don't want to think about it either. I want to go in 3 and 2. 3 and 2 is all right.
As long as we win 9 games.
Yeah.
I need 10. I need at least
11.
10.
I want 11, really.
Yeah, I'll take that too.
Hey,
That's one less. I was thinking 12 with shit.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to throw this over under.
I need somebody to come blow smoke up my ass. Right? Tell me it's gonna be all right. Shit. It's gonna be okay.
Look,
every game is a must win. I agree.
Somebody need a bedtime story.
Hey, for real. Sam, I am like green eggs and ham. Oh my God.
For the next 3 weeks.
I hope this shit works in our favor, man. I'm telling you, it's like we're optimistic because we see how these games are lost that it can be corrected, and we're not just getting the shit slapped out of us like we're just a trash team. We're not trash.
And like they say, you learn more from losing than winning. So
you do. That's why I said you got to embrace your failures because it teaches you what not to do. You know what I mean?
I think it's more frustrating, and maybe
it's just frustrating.
It is, dude.
You know, but it's kind of like
2 winnable games.
We're trying to get and not trying to be disrespectful because I'm trying to explain it correctly because I know someone's probably going to try to chew me out if I say it wrong, but we're trying to get away from the old Raiders. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, absolutely.
The way that we used to always beat ourselves, you know what I'm saying, over some bullshit or, you know what I'm saying, stuff happens, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're trying to move away from that, but it seems like, and that's what's frustrating to me. It's like we got, you know what I'm saying? They're saying all the stuff of, oh, we're trying to be new. We're trying to, you know what I'm saying? We have the, you know, we're looking at the team and we see the pieces, but we're still doing the shit of old. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? To an extent. You know what I'm saying? We're still beating ourselves. And we did it 2 weeks in a row.
The only thing I'll piggyback off of that though, if this was like say year 3 in a new system, then I'd be more pissed. But the fact that
I agree.
Year 1,
I agree.
I'm a little bit more optimistic than if it was year 3.
Yep. Yeah. You're only
Or
2
year 2.
weeks into the system. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
As far as regular season goes. So it's like generally, how long does it take for a team to go ahead and get down a new implemented system, especially with the new verbiage, new, you know what I mean, new schemes, new schematic, all that shit? How long does it take for a team?
And then you got new players that need to gel as well. So
yeah, exactly.
So that's why I'm a bit more optimistic right now than some other people. So
I got a guest backstage. He woke up, you know what I mean, from out wherever he was at, eating sweet and sour monkey hips and rooster knuckles. Hey, my guy Raider being what's
hey, my people. Hey, bro. I'm gonna keep it a being with y'all. Y'all more optimistic than me, bro. That loss was embarrassing, bro. Was absolutely embarrassing. You guys can say what you want, bro. When you're up 20-0, you don't lose that game, bro.
No,
I don't care if they have Hollywood Brown. I don't care who they have, bro. Good football teams don't lose that football game, bro. And I'm done sitting up here making excuses for Carr. I don't give a fuck about the defense, the offensive line, the wide receivers. You're up 20-0 and you lose that ball game. Derek Carr had multiple times in that second half where he had the ability to convert a third down to keep the offense on the field, to give the defense a break, and he couldn't do it, bro. So, I mean, it is what it is, bro. This game don't all go on Carr. This game mainly goes on McDaniels, but still, bro, Carr missed some throws, bro, in that game. And Renfro deserves to be taken to the woodshed, bro.
Man, that was, especially at that moment in the game, that was, you know what I mean? It'd be different if he would have fumbled in the first quarter. But
I love y'all boys, bro. I'm just done making excuses for this team, bro. I'm done. There's no more excuses, bro. I don't give a fuck about who's out there at wide receiver. I don't care no more, bro. When you're up 20-0, there's no more excuses no more, bro. They had the game gift wrapped to them, bro, and they blew it. I said when I was doing my live reaction, do not take your foot off the pedal, bro. And that's exactly what they did. And that's why we lost.
Yeah.
Took your foot off the pedal.
I agree.
And I agree with you. The way that you feel is there's nothing wrong with that. The issue is, and I'm not saying this specifically with you, but the issue is with the senses of the nation. A lot of the times they put the energy in the wrong to the wrong address. You know what I'm saying? Like we need to start trying to really look at where this is, you know, where the real problem is, and then say you're the issue instead of saying, you know,
the real problem was the conservative play calling that kept the fucking defense on the field the entire second half. That's the main issue. The Cardinals had 18 offensive snaps in the first half. They had a total of 65 snaps in the second half, bro.
That's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's why I said, why did we change what the fuck was working? I don't understand.
I'm sorry, guys. I've been real optimistic. I'm gonna try to go back to the optimistic train, but I'm pissed off, bro.
No.
I'm in a bad mood, bro. You know what I'm saying? In the last couple of weeks, you know, I've always, you know, tried to stay optimistic for Raider Nation. I'm gonna try to do it again today, bro. But I'm pissed, bro.
Yeah.
There's no way we lose that game. If that game right there defines the Raiders season, we're in for a long fucking year, bro.
Man, I know.
Hey, don't worry about it, man. Somebody's gonna watch your live the way you feel right now, because there's a lot of people that feel the way you feel. But you know, again, at the same time, like they're you know, for those that are calm now, you know what I'm saying, there's a place for them too. There's a place for everything on this spectrum, especially with what we just saw. You know what I'm saying? So
you know what makes it worse, guys? Look who our next 3 opponents are, bro. This is not no walk in the park, bro. We could literally, in all honesty, start the season 0-5, bro. In all honesty, it could happen. The Broncos team, they're probably the only, you know, team that's not that good in our next 3 games, but Tennessee's a good fucking team, and so is Kansas City.
But fucking 1-4 ain't no fucking prize to get either.
Exactly. 1-4 is fucking horrible too. We ain't making the playoffs if we start 1-4 or 0-5, bro. That shit is dead. I feel so bad, bro. That's the reason why I hate myself sometimes, bro. I had us going 14-2, 13-4 type shit. It doesn't look like that's happening, bro.
We
looks like that shit's dead.
We all have those, you know what I'm saying? There was only a few people that probably had something, you know, like a 10 or whatever, but we all were optimistic. And I think, and I've been saying it pretty much all freaking for all the lives that I've been on today. Seems like I've been hopping around like a hoe. But with that being said, I think we were all, you know, talking about the, you know, our expectations were pretty much like the possibilities of where this team could be, the potential of where they can be, and we've got slapped with the reality of really where they are. Not saying that they can't get to where we expect for them to be, because I think they can, but it's gonna take a little longer than what we expect for them to get.
Oh no, man. Josh McDaniels got me real scared, bro. This is one of the main reasons why I didn't want to bring this dude in, bro. That second half adjustments by Josh McDaniels, not realizing the killer instinct, you know, and he did that shit in Denver, bro. You know what I'm saying? And now he ain't got no bitch. You got a quarterback now, bro. You didn't have no quarterback then. I don't want to hear that shit, bro.
And that's you know, that's the biggest question to me, especially when it comes to McDaniels, because and Lunatic said it earlier, we've seen McDaniels, you know, do something and then tell that other team, I'm gonna keep doing this until you beat me. You know what I'm saying? So why what made him
not
do
what I don't
that
understand
today? You know what I'm saying? Like, there was things, not saying that we were doing things excellent, but there was things that we did well. You know what I'm saying? That we did pretty well. You know, Abdullah with the screen, the way he busted that out, we never seen
game period.
He did that, and then it almost seemed like he wasn't on the field. You know what I'm saying? Of course he did the kick return and stuff like that, but why didn't we do another screen? Josh Jacobs was, even though the O-line was kind of giving him a little bit of a hold, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was pulling magic out of his hat and doing well in the run game. Why didn't we continue to go with that, or use another running back to run? It didn't have to necessarily be Josh Jacobs, but if the run is doing well, then why didn't we stay committed to that too?
Yeah, I agree. We should have run the ball way more in that second half.
Hey, what up, Sultan? Hey, I got an interesting stat for you guys too, man. Because I want to talk about this. You know, the end of the game, that sequence of play call and them final 3 plays were probably, you know, the dumbest sequence of 3 plays I've ever seen in my life with Josh McDaniels to win the game. Hunter Renfrow fumbles the ball, and then you throw it again to him, bro, after he's clearly rocked from fumbling the ball the last play. You throw it back to him on a drive where you were 3-4 yards away from field goal range, where you could have just ran the ball up the middle. And we would have pretty much been infield. That was probably the most heartbreaking thing of everything. We were literally, if we were to kick a field goal from right there, we still would have had a chance. It would have been a long one, but we would have had a chance.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The Raiders just buckled. So the stat I have for you guys, bro, is that Hunter Renfrow fumbled 6 balls last year, bro, and the Raiders recovered 5 of them. So, you know what I'm saying? So Hunter Renfrow has a history of fumbling the ball, bro. He fumbled 6 times last year. Even with that good year he had, we got 5 of the 6.
We just got him back.
So,
and he already fumbled 3. 1 last week, 2 this week.
Damn.
And that's the issue.
He's halfway
you know,
there.
Like in most teams, and I said I forgot what lie again. I'm having a blur.
He's an E1 foul hooker in these live streams.
Yeah, I'm a live hooker right now. There's an issue to, you know, that, because when you have a team, when a player fumbles, in most cases, if that player fumbles, whether it's a running back or whoever, if they're the one that's issued that fumble, they get out. You know what I'm saying? They sub somebody else in. You know what I'm saying? So for him to be out there again after that, immediately after that, is it really DC's fault that he threw it to him, or was that a coaching decision? You know what I'm saying, to keep someone that just fumbled out there?
Oh, that goes on the coaching for sure. Hunter should have got his ass pulled off, bro, because we could have gave them the ball back and lost the game on the first fumble.
Yeah, because I've seen that plenty of times. Running back fumble, he's out. You know what I'm saying?
There are 2 things to blame in that sense. After he fumbled and they go with him in the second one. One is, like Twan said, the coaching. You know, they left him out there. And 2, Carr, at the end of the day, has his progressions, and he chooses the receiver he throws to. So his choice of throwing it to Renfrow after he just fumbled also is another reason that I was actually like, after the first one, I was like, please don't throw it to Renfrow again. And then bam, a fumble again.
Shit, Renfrow was kind of the reason why Renfrow fumbled too, bro.
No, yeah. That's the biggest one.
Bro.
Yeah, that's the biggest one.
He was
Aside
fighting,
from Renfrow,
bro. He was done already, bro. He kept fighting, and that dude came up and cleaned his shit, bro.
Man,
that hit that Renfrow took that fumbled the ball. I knew the ball was coming out when I seen how hard he got hit. The thing I didn't want to see is when I seen the dude scoop the ball. I'm like, oh, it's over, bro. I'm live, bro. And I'm like, yeah, it's over. It's over, guys. Yeah. That was a bad way for that game to end. You know, that was fuck. Out of any ways it could have ended, it ended like that. It was like, God damn, bro. I was just lost of words, bro. I didn't even know what to say. Like I did my post-game reaction. I really didn't know what to say. That's why I'm glad I'm doing my show today. But like right after the game, I was just at a loss for words, bro. Yeah. Couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe what I just witnessed.
We would have won, bro, if the referees did not call that bullshit. No hold. It was no holding with Teamer.
Yeah, with Teamer.
No hold. The game would have been ours already. We didn't have to go through overtime and all that. You know what I mean? The game would have been ours because we stopped them in the red zone like I think 6 times or some shit, but they had 7 tries because of the first down of that. Oh man.
Teamer sucks, bro. I swear to God, I hate that motherfucker, bro. I know that wasn't his. He really wasn't holding, bro. But I've been calling for Teamer's head for weeks. I remember a couple of days ago, bro, on the podcast, I said Teamer was worse than Levitt and Eric Harris, bro. That dude is fucking trash, bro. He is horrible. It seems like as soon as we get rid of Eric Harris, we get Dallin Levitt. Now we get rid of Dallin Levitt. Now we got Roderick Teamer. Like, who's going to be the next trash fucking safety that we get, bro?
Is
God, bro.
You know what's crazy? Everybody killed me and Gravy when we said that we thought Levitt was better than Teamer, and we should.
Dude, he is, bro.
We're doing a 53-man roster, and we
said, I remember that shit.
We cut Teamer and we left Levitt on the field because we thought he was a special.
And motherfuckers complain.
Leave it alone.
I don't even see Teamer doing shit on special teams neither. That's the thing. Bitch, you ain't even doing something on special teams no more.
He got the most oxymoron last name. Because he ain't doing shit for no team.
I thought the only reason why the Raiders kept that dude around, bro, was because of Gus Bradley, dude. Nope, they still got him. Because that was Gus Bradley's guy. We brought him in because he was with the Chargers.
No,
that was Gus Bradley's dude, Roderick Teamer.
At this point, I want to see more playtime from Matthias Farley.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I would have rather seen Matthias Farley over Roderick Teamer for sure, bro.
He was activated too.
Dude, didn't we see fucking Roderick Teamer get exposed last week by Gerald Everett, bullet his ass into the end zone? Like, how many times we got to see Roderick Teamer get beat up before we pull him off the field? God damn, bro.
Yeah, I agree with you on 100% on that one, man. I was saying the same shit in every live I've been on today.
It's like doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result with the Raiders. Like, dude, he sucks, bro. Like, he sucks. Like, the issue with the Raiders over the last 20 years, like our coaching staff just don't realize when somebody sucks, bro. Like, get him off the field, bro. He sucks, dude. He sucks.
Yeah,
get
he's got
somebody
14 points in 2 games.
We got $10-20 million in cap space. Go get a safety. Go get a guard. Go get something. Go get something. Now we're sitting on our pockets for no reason, bro. All right, guys. I'll be listening. I'm gonna go back to the chat. Sultan, Ozzy, Lunatic.
Right,
I'll be in the chat listening. Thanks for having me.
All right. Thank you for pulling up.
Shit, we should have put Mick Lombardi out there as safety, man. Fucking the over teamer, man. Fuck out of here.
Yeah, man. A lot of shit don't. I don't know. You do know
that it's kind of hard when you're trying to that's our 4th safety. You know what I'm saying? So I know that Teamer's not playing well, but again, that's our 4th safety.
Yeah, but the only reason I say
you kind of have to put it in perspective. It's not like it's not like Merrick's getting burnt or you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I've been saying this because I'm shaking my pom poms for this fool. We haven't said dang Abram. So obviously, Abrams stepped his game up.
Yeah. No, he's been good.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
So,
it's just a tough issue.
Yeah, but I think on another note though is that the fact that Patrick Graham likes to play like the 3 safety sets, we need another safety.
Yeah, they gonna need to do something. Make Palomalo or whatever they might pull out.
Yeah, or try Marcus Farley for the next couple of games.
Yeah.
See what happens.
They need to do something because I tell you,
Marcus Farley can't be worse than Teamer, surely.
Fuck no. Fuck no.
You know, I actually liked him in preseason. He actually
Farley looked all right in preseason to me.
Yeah.
I think one play he actually lit somebody up and got the
Yeah,
ball out.
he did.
On
When
one.
we signed him, I think I was the only one that said, "Hey man, that's not a practice squad guy. It's gonna be on the 53."
Yeah, because he's a veteran player as well. So
Yeah.
been in the league for a while. So
He just didn't work out in previous,
yeah, previous things. Maybe it's sometimes it can be just a scheme fit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
See how this shit unfolds, man.
But
This
if
shit-
Hopefully we get Marek back by Tennessee though. Hopefully.
Yeah, I hope so, man.
if you guys can go back and look at there's a difference between watching highlights and watching game versus
Yeah.
all 22. There's
Yeah.
like three levels of viewing. You know what I'm saying? You got the highlights, you just got the regular game, you know what I'm saying, what we watch on TV, and then you have the all 22.
The coaches, I use that too because I have like the Game Pass or whatever they call it. so
Yeah,
I
the
can access,
NFL Plus or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. So I got some of that too.
So
Well, shit, I'm about to shut this down, man, because I gotta come back on at 7.
All right, Loon, take it easy, brother.
It is good, man. Hey, thank y'all for pulling up. Hey, let the people know. Hey, Sultan, how they can reach you.
Yeah, man, you can find me on YouTube at Sultan Mir. That's SULTANMIR. I do Raider content, man. That's all I do.
Yes, indeed. Ozzy, let them know about you, man.
Yeah, you guys can find me at Raiders Down Under broadcast. So Raiders Down Under broadcast on YouTube or Raiders content as well, of course, and then also Aussie Raider on IG.
Yes, indeed. Twan, hit them up.
Yeah, so I do outdoor content. So you can find me on Yes Sir Outdoors on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Yes Sir Outdoors. And then if you want to hit me up Raider related, if you want me to pull up to your show, you know what I'm saying, and be on the panel, be one of your guests or whatever, you can definitely hit me up on IG at Twan TWUAN. And just for the sake of today, if you need someone to talk you off a cliff because of what happened with the Raiders, you can also hit me up on IG and we can talk it out. You know what I'm saying? TWUAN on IG.
That's right. And of course, you guys are here, Raiders Allegiance, yours truly, Lunatic Raider. This was just a pop-up to go ahead and discuss what happened today, our feelings, what we need to do to go ahead and correct our wrongs. But we'll see. We got it's only week 3 coming up. We got Tennessee on the road. Let's see if we can change it around. And all the negatives that happened in week 1 and 2, we learn from, and then put it out on the field and show that we learned from them. So with that being said, man, guys, enjoy your morning because that's what it is now. I will be on again at 7 a.m. Pacific, 10 a.m. Eastern. It is the Good Morning Raider Nation live podcast. So about 4.5 hours. I'll see y'all again then. So with that being said, man, guys, enjoy your morning. May your day be blessed. And I'll see each and every one of you guys at 7. And do your thizzle. You know what I mean? Hey, go Raiders. It don't stop and it won't stop. We out.
You ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight? I always ask that of all my prey. I just like the sound of it.
How about it, you creep, you lunatic?